Guess who's back? Back again. Zero's back. Tell your friends. Oh, yeah, that's right. Secret versus AM, the grand final. It's about to happen in a few minutes' time. Just give us a moment here while Robo does something. He told me, can you wait a minute? And I said, yes, of course I can. I can stall for time. I can stall for time as long as time needs to be stalled for. So, I don't know why, but... he's doing things. Good answer. Right, let's have a look what we've got coming up, though. Secret AM, the 5 maps there chosen by both teams. Secret taking Bog Island once again as their first map, I believe. And then followed by Bog, Hill Fort, Atoll, and Riverbed if we make it that far. Obviously, in both of the games so far, we've seen 3-0 sweeps. In fact, let's take a look at the bracket before we go into that grand finals match, and we can see the journey so far, so to speak. Frantic beating SY in round 1, move forward to meet Secret in round 2. Secret beating VNA to face Frantic in round 2, but then a 3-0 sweep for Team Secret sees them through to the grand finals. In the bottom half of the bracket, AM with a 2-0 victory over Heresy, moving them forward against Suomi, who beat Brazucas 2-0 as well. And then in the... there we go. Robo's really struggling today with the flags. Guys. He's like, Secret, that's AM, right?
Yeah.
And then AM sweeping Suomi with a 3-0 victory in the semi. So both semis, a 3-0 sweep, and now the clash of the grand finalists.
Sorry, guys.
Finland. AM comes from Finland, right?
Famland. I can get behind that.
Sure, why not? Maybe that's what you can call the subscribers who subscribe to you guys.
Welcome to the Famland. It's not the same.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't call it that because I've got Ham on my side, and Ham's the fam ham. The ham fam.
The ham fam. Yeah, that's right. Well, maybe Ham could say welcome to the Famland.
No, he can't. He's on my team.
Well, maybe he wants to make his own team
We're
now.
the escapees. Right. So... stop confusing the viewers with random nonsense that they probably don't know what we're referencing. Bog Island going to be the first map, would be chosen by Team Secret.
For sure.
Bog taken by AM, Hill Fort taken by AM.
Again, they like their sort of land map style maps.
Interestingly,
I assume that Secret banned Enemy Archipelago.
Probably. And I think as well, AM going to be happy that they got their Hill Fort. But Secret probably not too bothered about Hill Fort because they know that they're good on that map as well.
Yeah, they've done pretty well.
Yeah. And I think Secret are going to be good on Bog as well, to be honest with you. Notably, no Descent Ring here. That would have been banned by AM.
Yep. They're probably thinking their mechanics on Descent Ring is probably a bit better than ours. They've played it so much. They've won it convincingly
so many times.
Well, I'd hope that
their mechanics were better than ours, Robo. I mean, we're not in shape, are we?
Pretending I was AM for a moment.
But, yeah, let's jump into the first game.
Yep.
Why delay? Let's watch AoE today. Kipo of the Salt. With a name like that, I'm not surprised you dislike these maps, by your own admission. But it's fine. We're going to go into game number 1 now. Bog Island and the full water approach, perhaps, from both teams. Let's see. Welcome, everybody, to the grand finals of the Southeast Asia 3v3 stage. We're here with a best of 5 between Team Secret and Aftermath, both of which got a 3-0 clean sweep in the semis. Secret took Frantic to the cleaners. AM took Suomi on a nice dinner date and then crashed it, and it burned, and they got a 3-0 victory there as well. And
that analogy just went south so quickly.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that one. I just didn't want to say they took them to the cleaners again. But we're here now in the grand final, so let's see what happens as we start out on Bog Island.
Okay, so first of all, we've got Tato here in the red as the Khmer, which is a bit of a strange one, right?
We haven't seen too much Khmer on this map.
We haven't seen Khmer at all so far this tournament. It's in the Civ pool, so they have to use it at least once per team. Maybe they're thinking late game. Khmer's got pretty good siege. Elephants. they're pretty tanky. They can, tank some galleon fire maybe.
Yes.
Like,
Potentially.
I assume that they're thinking something like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Khmer, they're not. The problem is really just the lack of like an eco bonus, and they don't really have any special advantages on water. When
if you're walling and slinging, well, you don't really need any water bonuses,
that's true.
right?
Wall and sling could be the approach, but we'll have to wait and see. And I think if anything, they're going to try and sling the Viper. He's playing in the yellow as always, and he's the Viking pocket. So
which
going
is
to be
perfect. It's exactly what you want.
very happy with that location and Civ. And then on the left flank, it's Doubt in the purple pink playing as the Portuguese, and he's there on that flank. But he's interestingly going forward to take the wood, and that immediately to me jumps out as quite a difficult thing to necessarily wall in. You'd have to sort of wall out here, and then sort of have to wall this, and then forward, and then
probably down to that forest at the front, and
maybe?
then back
Maybe,
across
yeah.
the other side.
Maybe he'll go
Yeah,
here,
he's
you're
doing that
right.
already, it seems.
Okay, I didn't see that forest there, but I thought maybe he'd take the wood at the back.
I probably would have said that as well. Backwood seems safer, right?
Could be safer. But that's Team Secret up to the north of the map. In the south, same civs as last time, sticking to their roots. We have Nikov in the blue. He's playing as the Portuguese on the left flank. So that's Portuguese versus Portuguese there. Lyri,
Nice.
Viking pocket. Going to be happy with
Yeah,
that.
Viking versus Viking. That's
And then
good.
on the east side, just very far away,
Yeah, right. That's such an odd position for MBL to be in.
sort of stuck out like a sore thumb on the right side, it's MBL. He's in the grey as the Vietnamese, so same civs as last time, I think.
So I assume we're going to be seeing the Vietnamese and the Khmer players slinging their Viking pockets.
Probably, but I just don't like MBL's position.
Right.
He's not got the safety net of his pocket here to come and bail him out if he gets raided. There's much less team war potential here because of the distance they've got to wall compared to Secret, who, well, it looks like they're already thinking about walling as they're Xing the gaps between the trees
Right.
and saying, let's wall through here. I've got this, you do that, and we'll be closed.
That
That
poor
water
buffalo.
buffalo,
No,
not
no
today.
use for anyone.
Not today. But yeah.
MBL can't be part of the team war at all. Like, nice thing, I guess, for AM is that, like, that southwestern edge of the map is very nice for trade.
This
Yeah, between, like, that corner and then the corner near Nikov. Like, other than the wood lines, but, like, the space that they have there,
it's not
It's
too bad.
pretty easy for the two of them to secure by themselves. And MBL's just, like,
Off on
you're
his
near
own.
the other corner. You can sort of just screw with them a little bit, you know?
So I thought we'd see Viper doing a fast castle here into longboats, but he's doing loom right now,
And
which
he's got
indicates
almost
a fast
500
feudal
food.
here. Yeah, dropping food and nope. Yes,
Nope.
there we go. Feudal age coming in.
Ooh.
That's interesting because
That's the
not
complete-
what we would have expected,
It's like
right?
a complete 180 from the strategy that they've done basically every other time they've ever played this map.
Right.
Maybe
exactly.
they're thinking, okay, they've seen us do this every time. We'll do something a little bit different and surprise them, right? And yeah, look at that dock from Tato.
Tato's dock. He's building it next to MBL.
Well, he's up to feudal age, fastest in the game.
And MBL's not even clicked up because
Right,
he's
so
walling
if
and
you're right
slinging.
next to his dock, you can kill his fish really quickly, right?
It's so aggressive. It's a Tato thing. That is just a Tato thing right there.
God.
He's so confident.
And-
He's like, I'll be fastest.
Honestly,
MBL's not even
I'm
clicked up
starting to think the Khmer bonus might be good, right? Because he can do scouts and water at the same time because he doesn't need to build barracks.
Do you know what he also doesn't need? A mining camp or a mill.
Yep.
So he's already clicked up to feudal, and he only built a lumber camp.
Yeah, exactly, right? So helps him get up really fast. He saves 175 wood, doesn't need the barracks. The one forward dock, is he only going to make one fire ship, though? He needs to mine some gold.
Yeah, he does need some gold. There's a stable.
Okay.
Doesn't need a barracks. Saving some more wood, and fire galley coming out now as well. So this is good though. I mean, MBL, he's walled-ish. It doesn't
Walled
really...
away from the scouts
Yeah.
that Tato's making. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's important. Can he come around the right side? No, that's closed. Left side's still open. They might be thinking about walling over here, but, it's so far away.
MBL's walled right next to the docks, right? Against the water?
Oh, I
Yeah,
see
so, like,
what
the
you
scouts can't
mean.
get through
Yeah,
here.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
Tato either has to transport his
Transport.
scouts or he runs all the way past Doubt. Like a huge circle
All the
around
way
this
around.
lake.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't
Not ideal.
didn't catch that. You're right.
Or he
Or
just-
he could break the palisade as well.
That's true. The
But-
villager comes forward to help break it. That's good.
Yeah, going to harass the fish. What else is happening? Viper, he's got 2 docks up already, maybe even 3. Yeah,
3
that's
docks,
3.
yep.
Coming forward with galleys, and we'll see if the secret team try and link up somewhere to try and support each other here. On the left side, Doubt as well going forward. So all 3 of them doing a feudal aggression, while Leary is way up late to the feudal age, and as a result, well, we're going to see the fast castle. Yeah.
And maybe also secret. Wait, no. Never mind. My thought just completely left me.
It's okay. You can carry on with another thought while I drink this coffee.
Okay, I'll try to think of another thought that's somewhat intelligent. Okay, that's unfortunate for MBL. He's got no fish at the moment. They're just sort of sitting in the middle. These scouts, they've broken in. Is Leary walled at home?
Yes.
Just, it looks like. Okay, so he's fine. He's got a bit of a team war with Nikov. That's fine. So
a lot of boats out for Team Secret at the moment, isn't it?
7, 8. Yeah, they're around 11, 12 boats pushing around. The thing is, like, these scouts, it's not a huge investment, I think, for Tato. He's only made, what, 2 scouts? Maybe 3. Okay, 3 scouts plus his initial one, right? So the main threat for him at the moment is just, if you guys have a hole in your wall, I'm going to just get in there and screw you up.
Yeah, that's true, but there isn't a hole, and actually he's going towards Leary there, but he would have been better trying to go to MBL, because MBL was a little bit later to wall. Obviously, Tato doesn't know that, but
of course.
The scouts haven't been that effective so far, which actually plays in favor of AM.
Well, we say that, but Tato is still denied MBL's fish, right?
That's true.
So the scouts are like just an added thing, and then I assume at home he's going to start stonewalling and then go for sling.
Sling as well.
Right.
Yes. But as far as like the whole game is concerned right now, aside from like a little bit of dead fish here, I don't think AM are in a terrible spot. Obviously, we knew they would lose map control.
That's a good tower though from Tato there.
With Leary.
There's a small wood, and the stone and gold.
This sneak is nice. I mean, he could bring a villager back here and then in late game just make elephants or something.
Or just start stonewalling up everywhere so they can't
like
trade,
last time.
right?
He does that a lot, yeah.
Okay, but they're trying to break that palisade wall.
Doubt's here. Tato's here, Viper's here, AM.
The problem here is that Viper's blocking the fire galleys from getting really up into it where they want to be.
That's true, but he's also ranging the vills.
There's a palisade wall there on like that corner.
This one?
That one, yeah, they could break that one to keep going in.
Yeah, they could actually. It's on 95% though.
Well, it's still only palisade wall, right?
Desperation walls here from AM. They really don't want to let this through, of course.
Obviously.
But with the Castle Age about to come in for Leary, maybe Aftermath's time has come to start pushing back. Nikov coming in from behind with 2 ships, not massively effective, but here comes some more. Everyone's bringing everything in.
2 demos from MBL. These could be
huge. Could be mega
if they get in there. Oh no, they're running away.
Oh, the scouts.
No,
not going to happen.
The 2 demos died for like 1 fire ship, basically. And whoa, that's a lot of galleys.
Yeah, Viper doing Viper things, but Leary is castled. The longboats are coming out. And with that,
he should not send them out yet.
He's trapped. So
okay, that one's dead.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But I was going to say, with the longboats, they could start to push this back. That tower is annoying, and I wonder where that villager got to. Maybe, she's still just there hanging around. We'll keep an eye on her. Nikov's looking to push out, but I mean, the main thing that I'm taking away from this at the moment is that Secret have map control, and they're sort of keeping AM locked in their bases, and as we've already established, AM are quite split up, with MBL being off to the side, which can be a problem if they don't have map control.
Right. Well, if Leary's over on this side and then something happens to MBL, right, it takes him, 30 seconds to get there to help him. So if they manage to break into MBL, he's going to take a lot of losses that can't really be defended against early.
Yeah, right. He can just get straight in and do damage. I mean, MBL is walling up, which is smart, but it's quite a lot of walling, and at the moment, it looks like Nikov's pushing out, trying to see what he can find. He'll run into the galleys here, which is good for him, and maybe he'll find some fish. But fishing on this map isn't really like a big thing because of how few fish there are.
For sure. But Viper's also up to Castle Age, not too far behind Leary. He's also getting the sling from Tato.
Oh,
you don't want to fight underneath the TC, though, I think.
No, he doesn't, and that's why Leary is sort of trying to take this fight now, because he knows he can retreat to the TC. But he's trying to build up those number of longboats. But
and I feel like the secret guys are doing the exact opposite. We want to keep him as low as possible. Like, it's okay for us to trade like 1 or 2 for 1, because if he doesn't get that critical mass of longboats, that'll make Viper's job so much easier once he hits Castle Age himself.
Yeah, for sure. And Leary here will push out and actually have these guys running away. But Viper knows he'll be castle in just a moment. Doubt has a lot of fire galleys, and he's kept them alive as well. Like,
Right.
I mean, look at the KDs, right? Doubt's killed 4, lost 2. Viper's killed 10, lost 4. And by preserving that army, now they're going to hit the castle age. They're going to have a large base of units to upgrade.
For sure. And like the thing is, once they both hit castle, as you said, they're going to start pushing back. And Leary doesn't really have the numbers at this point to defend. Nikov has got absolutely nothing at this point. 2v1, he's going to have some problems.
He's so close to getting that
look
tower.
Look at him microing the villa.
juking
He's
it.
trying to get the scouts in to kill it.
Look how inaccurate. It's so inaccurate. So close.
Feels bad, man.
That longbow, it's like the arrows just like spray out and just hope to get lucky.
And then they just miss.
Yeah, and the villager nearly.
And I love that though, like just the 4 scouts just running up to it and just hacking at it with their swords, like
yeah.
So such a weird thing that you wouldn't expect to see.
Yeah, for sure. But Doubt here, about to hit castle. Viper's up as well, and he's got 28 war galleys compared to the 19 longboats of Leary. Leary cannot stand up to that. Nikov, once again, like this does remind me of the first game we saw with Aftermath on this map today. Nikov was kind of around the map trying to find stuff. And until the very late game, he didn't really find anything, and they kind of left Leary to fight by himself. But this time, like, that's not going to work. That is not going to cut it, because Leary just has far too few longboats, and he's just getting absolutely pressured here by Viper and
if it was
soon by
just
Doubt as well.
First Viper, he'd be okay, right?
Yeah.
29 to 25, it's pretty equal. The problem is that Doubt has so much, and Nikov basically doesn't have any docks at this point, because they killed those 2 forward docks earlier. Nikov now has to spend the wood, remaking the docks, then starting to mass up army. By the time he has enough, the game's going to be, nearly over.
Yeah, right. And at the moment, he's like going to send what he can. But Nikov's army is 9. Leary's army is 27. Just a quick look before the fight goes on the military graph. It's way in favor of Team Secret right now. And they've basically got Leary pinned inside of his base. And with these war galleys, they can even range this TC as well.
Or at least they can attack the docks and the longboats without getting in range of the TC.
Right, exactly. And the fires there are really, like, they're not as effective, actually, against longboats. But they are still present. And even Tato's bringing his scouts
trying to help.
He's like, yeah,
He's
I can
trying
help.
to just, bait them away, right? If any of the fire ships
Big
attack the
fight
scouts
here.
and
This
run
has
away.
got to be bad for Leary. This has to be bad. Like, there's no way this is a good fight for AM. They're so outnumbered. The fire ships here pushing all of Leary's longboats back while Leary tries to micro them down. The 4 scouts are still alive somehow. And, oh wow, they're actually distracting some arrow fire as well. That's huge. And Viper here, really good. Just, concave.
And now Leary can't run home. So any new units that he makes, they can't regroup easily. I think, honestly, AM's trading okay considering the situation they're in, but it's not a perfect world.
Have a quick look at the military graph.
Okay,
that did go slightly better for AM.
They were 20 down, now it's only 10.
Yeah.
So they're doing a little bit better, but it's still not ideal.
They're still behind.
And look at Leary's resources. He's getting close to clicking Imp. How about Viper? Can we check what he's got?
Viper's
also
about to click Imp as well.
Imp.
Looking at the villager counts, actually Leary and AM actually have the villager lead right now by about 16 vills total. So if they can stay alive and not sort of lose to this extra army from Team Secret, then maybe, just maybe, they'll be good when they get up to the Imperial Age.
That's definitely true. But another thing to consider, upgrading war galleys into galleons is so much cheaper than longboats into elite longboats. So Viper doesn't necessarily have to have the same amount of eco immediately as Leary does.
That's true. It's just worrying to me seeing this lack of map control.
Imagine if Viper sends 2 war galleys over to MBL's base and denies his woodline.
Right. He could easily do something over there. Meanwhile, Viper still fighting against these longboats. The fire ships are coming in. He's backing up. He knows that he's going up to the Imperial Age now, so he's got to be very careful not to overcommit and lose too much.
I really feel like at this point he should sort of go back a little bit, fall back towards the open water and just regroup and wait for Imperial Age upgrades. Because as you say, you don't want to risk losing what you have now just before you get Galleon.
No, but I think he also senses at the same time that he's got this sort of military lead. Look at those scouts. Then they're actually avoiding the arrow fire here.
I don't think much of the arrow fire is even directed at them, to be honest.
It's not, but
there's like one boat that's targeting them.
The point is they're still there and they're still doing something. That's just brilliant. I love it.
Like, the longboats are a better unit than War Galley for sure. But
Yeah.
when you've got, 10 to 15 more boats than the enemy, it's not that much better, right?
Well, at this point, it's just a numbers game. And both players are willing to throw everything they've got into this engagement right here. Viper, though, has broken Leary. He's running back. As the Imperial Age comes in, he's going to have Galleon. Leary immediately has Elite Longboat. But look at the resources that are remaining. Viper, 1,000 wood, 500 gold. Look at Leary. Much less resource in the bank. And the upgrades are coming in for both of them. So that might mean that Viper can make a few more units. It's close. He still has a military lead of about 11. And once all these techs come in, they're going to be, once again, about even. They can continue fighting. But
the thing that I'm looking at, Doubt and Nikov are both basically full booming at this point, right? They're both at 75, 80-ish fills each. They're not up. Nikov actually just clicked up. Never mind. I was about to say neither of them are up. They're going to start to switch into military soon, I think. Especially Nikov. He's up. We saw he's starting to make some caravels somewhere.
No, that was Doubt. Doubt has caravels already.
Ooh, that's going to be nasty for those longboats.
Right. But
where's Leary's boats gone?
Leary's retreated back to the right side, I think. And on the right side now, Big X is coming in from Tato. And I think they're sort of highlighting the fact that they should maybe attack. Oh, wait, sorry. That's MBL getting attacked.
MBL's got some random boats that have got in here.
MBL's attacking. Sorry, I got confused there. And, Tata's running all of his villagers away. Like, guys, there's some demo rafts in my economy.
Somehow they got in here.
Oh, look at that.
Right, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Just 1 or 2 galleons come in here. Even if they die, just the economic disruption to MBL is so key for your
Now we've got the 1v1 between the longboat and the galleon, the fight of the century. And on the front of the Lyria's base, he started to add the siege. That's always critical. Oh, and the longboat gets it.
Well, we know that longboats are a better unit, right?
I just wanted to hype it up. But, yeah, so out on this side, still Viper and Doubt sort of posturing just outside of Lyria and Nikov's base, but nothing, like, no game-ending damage has been done.
Sure. And I think this is a mistake from Nikov. He's taking into fire ships, but I'm pretty sure Portuguese don't get fast fires. Because they get caravels, they don't get fast fire. So all these units that he's making are useless, whereas Doubt's already preparing the caravels, and then he's going to, upgrade them to elite caravels at some point, and they're going to be good.
Yep, Nikov doing Galleon, but unfortunately, unlike the War Galley upgrade, it doesn't help your fire ships. And well, Doubt actually has some demos as well on the sidelines for good measure. That was a good shot. And the caravels are coming in as well. I do wonder if he'll upgrade them to elite immediately. I think he will. It looks like he's got plenty of res.
Resources.
And Viper spending his resources down quite quickly. The thing I'm missing here really though is the rams. Where are the rams for secret? And the reason they don't really have any is because they'd have to come forward like here with the siege workshop.
I think Viper's sending villagers forwards somewhere up there, right? All these docks, there's a villager somewhere that built them who could come forward to make more rams.
It could,
or make siege workshops at some point.
Yeah, that's true. But they're so far behind with those upgrades, Like, look at this. Lyri already has the siege ram.
Okay, that's true. But Viper's starting to switch in. He's adding in some longboats to help counter the rams, it seems. MBL is doing a Tato thing at the moment.
Walling the trade.
Yep.
Oh, and Viper's switching into longboats as well. Adding some in for good measure. Longboats are better at taking out rams, of course.
Yeah, that's probably, he's realized, okay, they've got rams. I'm going to switch into longboats. I need a little bit more food or something, and then I'm going to get... Is it getting Cannon Galleon? That has to be a mistake.
Wow.
Why would you get Cannon Galleon before Elite Longboat?
I don't know. He's doing it, though. I'll keep an eye on that dock, see if it completes. But they're going to take the fight now. The caravels are in, but the elite caravel is done for Doubt. The rams, obviously, acting as massive sponges here. And Lyri, even though he's got less longboats in this engagement than Viper has total military here, he's still actually doing a really good job because of those rams in the front.
I haven't seen a single one of Lyri's boats die at this point.
No, and Viper lost a lot there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And, well, the Cannon Galleon tech did actually complete.
I feel like it has to have been a misclick. Why
Yeah.
would you get Cannon Galleon when you're not winning?
So
Yes.
that's a huge mistake for Viper, actually. Like, clicking on Elite, not clicking on Elite Longboat and clicking on Cannon Galleon instead is a massive mistake. Now his boats aren't upgraded, and he just spent a bunch of resources on something he doesn't need. This is really, really unfortunate for Viper. Well, not unfortunate, but, you know, well, it is unfortunate, but it's his mistake, so he has to also own it. But Doubt doing Karak right now, looking for that ship armor, and basically
leaving Viper out to
yeah,
dry at the
that's
moment.
what I mean, right? Like, he's just letting Viper die. He is, however, doing a big push
pushing
onto
in the
Nikov.
corner. Okay, I like this. I like this. Bombard cannons, though, they're going to take out the Rams pretty one. Nope, he's coming back around. He can't make up his mind where Doubt's going. The big thing, though, is Secret basically have 3 of the corners. So if and when AM decide to trade, it will not be a perfect trade line.
No, and AM haven't really thought about trade yet, I think. Whereas Secret already have thought about trade. They're trading across the top side. You can see there's a lot of markets down already. They're going to realize now that actually it's blocked off, but they'll just build it here.
Maybe they'll
or
see
they'll
that.
go here,
Okay, yeah,
wherever.
That's nice.
And that's fine. Like, so Secret, they are going to be faster with the trade. They are going to have that up soon. The problem really is that if they lose the water now in that transition period, it doesn't really matter in the end, because they will get pushed back and will get wrecked. But Leary, look at this. Fighting between 2 enemies at once. Doubt on the left, Viper on the right.
And he's got so many Rams here.
The Rams are just amazing. The Rams are just so good in this fight.
I think the big difference, though, is Tato is now getting up to Castle Age. He's going to drop some TCEs. He's going to go to Imp pretty quickly and start to get into this game, I think, to help out. Whereas
That's
MBL
true.
doesn't look like he's thinking of Castle Age yet.
That's true. And actually, this is, once again, a real bad fight for Viper here. Longboat, still unupgraded. And those Rams are just winning it for Leary every time. Leary's KD, by the way, is nearly 2-to-1 right now. That's insane.
It's crazy. And I don't understand why Viper hasn't made Rams yet. Like, I understand the first one. Maybe, you know, Leary just techs it a little bit faster into Rams, and it's a bit of a surprise. But, you know, it's been 5 to 10 minutes of Rams already. And you still haven't made any Rams yourself.
Right, just more docks, more production.
More non-elite longboats.
Viper's just shooting the Rams and not shooting the ships. But Leary is still fighting kind of against 2, because Nikov only has 8 caravels and they're not elite.
And they sort of just run straight into Doubts as soon as they try to go anywhere.
And I think he was very preoccupied by this on the left side. And AM are probably thinking about trade and thinking about actually getting this left side back. But you're right. I mean, Tato's also going Castle now and should be Imperial reasonably soon. So we should see him entering the fight. MBL doing the same, Castle Age coming in. So might not be too different between them, but this is just insane. Like,
how many Rams there are?
There's so many Rams, but they don't care. They're like, okay,
I'll just get up in your face and
right.
shoot you.
At this point, they don't care it now. Like, there's almost too many Rams. Too many Rams.
Okay,
we need some more boats in here.
Secret's got about 100 military. AM has 50, basically. 55-ish.
Yeah. But really, you know, in this situation, Viper and Doubt, they could just run straight past the Rams and just backline all these longboats, because there's just not enough.
Okay, that looks like a castle coming up to Leary, though, just at the bottom right. And I think Nikov's also making bombard towers on the left of that screen.
Yes, he is. He did do the bombard tech.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're trying to secure this land area. They realize, okay, they've got a lot of boats. They're starting to push us. We need to secure this space to stop them doing any more damage.
Viper's just like brute forcing his way.
Right, and it makes me feel so bad just to see this happening. Right? The Rams are just tanking so much.
And the trade is now a real problem.
It's starting, yeah.
It's getting there now for Secret. They are building that up, and it will take a look at the economy. Look at the military first of all, plus 50 military units for Team Secret, and then looking at the villagers
and the trade,
plus about 50 overall as well. So Secret are ahead in all measures at the moment.
Where the hell are those longboats going?
Yeah, I'm just thinking the same.
It's not like there's anything here, right?
I don't know. Maybe Leary's spidey senses are tingling.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, right.
Makes sense.
His woodline
there
got
is
raided
something
again.
here.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I'd say holding this left corner, holding the right corner, there's no real way for AM to get a good trade line. And Viper still doesn't have elite longboat, by the way, but maybe he'll make some cannon
Does
gaskins
Nikov
now.
have elite caravel yet?
Nikov should have elite caravel, but he doesn't.
He doesn't. Oh no.
Big mistakes from our blue player.
Oh.
Doesn't have the
So
tech.
they've both made mistakes, but I think Nikov's is more important than Viper's at this point.
Probably because Viper's making galleons.
As well, like he's mixing them both in.
Whereas Nikov's whole army is caravels, and they're not fully upgraded. Look at the difference, by the way. It's 165 health and 8 pierce armor versus 143 health and 8 pierce armor. So, you know, it's significant. And then
you get +1 range.
Oh, you do actually. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Wow, you get extra
That's
range.
insane. Yeah.
Okay. And also extra 2 attack, which is also obviously very strong. But the
Wow.
range is really...
I didn't realize it gave +1 range. That's
Yeah,
a
'cause
really
they
good
have-
upgrade
They
then.
only have 6. Mm.
Okay. Yeah, they're gonna have some problems soon. And okay, Tato's up to Imp. MBL's hit Castle Age only just recently. And yeah, Tato's gonna get into this game with something. I wonder what he's gonna do. Making
Some
his own
fires.
docks, fast fire ships, I guess.
Knights.
I think that's probably he just made 1 or 2 knights out of his stadium, right?
Big knight plays. Jinetes for the Spanish player. He's not... Well, he is Spanish, but he's also the
Spanish
commander.
div.
Yeah. This has been a grind. This has been a real grind. But it looks like Secret are coming out on top. As even though Leary is basically carrying his team upon his shoulders, he just cannot carry for the rest of the game here. As Doubt is also putting on the pressure, as Tato is starting to get his way into the game as well.
Oh, he's instantly doing shipwright. Such an expensive tech.
Fast fire ships as well. And we're going to see a lot.
Right, yeah, we're going to have 3
that.
on water versus 2, and I don't think that MBL sling is enough at this point.
No, well, MBL, I don't think is he still slinging? Or is he thinking about going up to Imp himself?
If he stops slinging, the game instantly loses. But if he's full slinging forever, they're not going to win late. So I think he sort of needs to keep slinging a bare minimum to keep the team alive and then try to get up himself.
Yeah, he actually just sold food and stone and sent the gold to Leary. Leary must be gold starved right now.
Remember, they don't have any trade.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Whereas Secret's got 30, 50, 60-ish trade at the moment.
I tell you what, AM are going to lose this game on trade here.
I think so. That's looking like it.
Pretty
at this
much,
point, right?
because if MBL is selling his wood and food to get gold to sling to Leary, like that is bottom of the barrel, scraping what you can to stay in the game. And there's so many mistakes this game as well. Nikov without the elite caravel, Viper without the elite longboats.
Viper without any rams whatsoever.
Yeah, no ram. Well, you could argue it's not a mistake because he won, but just because you win doesn't mean that it couldn't have been better, right?
Right. Well, he didn't do elite longbows, so it wasn't a mistake.
Yeah, because he
Right,
won.
which clearly isn't how
Yeah,
it works.
right, exactly. So well played to Team Secret. They do get the win on their home map, and well, Secret, they've done a really good job in this game of just keeping the map control. It's so important for them this game. You know, MBL's out on his own over here, and even though they didn't really harass him much at all, what they did do was keep the map control, and as a result, they couldn't trade. AM were just stuck with only one corner of the map and without a second corner to trade to. It looked like at the end there, AM were preparing with Rams to make a push onto Tato and try and get into the trade of Secret. But at 51 minutes, when you haven't started trade and you've got, you know, Secret with between 20 and 30 trade cards each, you're really going to be struggling for gold. You're really going to be struggling to make water units because they all cost gold, and you're really going to be struggling to win the game. Well played to Leary. He did a really good job that game of sort of holding his team together and keeping in it. And in the end there, Viper and Doubt just getting ahead on the KDs, just tipping the scales far enough in their favor that Leary couldn't really hold on anymore and make that push on the right side at the same time. So GG, Secret get game number 1, and game number 2 will be Aftermath's home map. We're going to be going on to Bog next, and well, this will be, I think it'll be a good game for Aftermath. They showed earlier against Suomi that on Bog they have that really good balance between land and water. They have MBL usually fighting for the land as Indians, and then they have Nikov and Leary playing as the Mayans and the Spanish. No, not the Spanish. What civ do they play?
On
Bog.
Fort.
It's
Mongols.
Mongols. I meant to say
Indians,
Mongols. Not there you go.
Mayans.
So Mayans, Mongols, and
Well,
Indians.
I don't think they'd use Mayans. You'd probably save them for Hill Fort.
Possibly.
I think that would make sense. So you might see like Mongols, Indians, and say something like Berbers or
Right.
Malians. Some other sort of
Yeah. Yeah.
well-rounded civ that can fight on land and water at the same time.
Yeah. Anything like that. But to answer your question, the players are absolutely allowed to cast and stream if they choose to. So the reason why we opened up the streaming to anyone actually was so that the Chinese players could stream their point of view for the Chinese audience, because China doesn't really have any casters like we have in the West.
Not really anymore. And also, they don't really want to start streaming recorded games at 14 GMT, which is like, 10 p.m.
Yeah, they don't want to
run until 6 a.m. Like, that's not really
it's not
what
good
they
for
want.
them. So the Chinese teams stream their point of views live on the Chinese version of Twitch, essentially. And then any of the other players are allowed to stream their point of views as well. But I think they choose not to, so that they
can concentrate better and there's no distractions.
Exactly.
Possibly no extra lag or anything like that.
Exactly. So let's come out. Let's go in even.
You need to go out.
Oh, I need to go out. Yeah, you're right. Bog is up next. Robo's going to launch the game. FYI, Robo's bed is amazing, according to Ivik.
You know it. We had a nice night together. Kappa Pride.
I'm just going to say nothing and make that really awkward for you.
Oh. Rip.
Apparently, we need to check alerts as well. I'll do that real quick. Did we miss something? Ah, we did.
Oh.
What on earth? How did I miss that?
Ivik.
Jesus. $56.11. Thank you very, very much for the support, Ivik. Appreciate that very much. I know, Rob, I'll go into game. I was thanking Ivik first before we go into the game. But we're going into the game now. Game 2 coming up here. Secret versus Aftermath. And it's on Bog. Aftermath's home map.
As we said. Okay, and civ-wise, not what we were expecting at all.
Well, we expected Indians and we expected Mongols.
It was just the extra civ that was just not what we were expecting.
No. Aztecs and Celts. Interestingly, both civs kind of fulfill a similar role in the game.
I disagree. I feel like Celts are like a late game powerhouse and Aztecs like early game and early imp is where they're at their peak.
Well, what I mean by that is both of them have good raiding units.
Okay,
Celt Woad Raiders, raiding. Aztec Eagle Warriors, raiding.
Celt Siege,
Celt
raiding.
Siege.
Oh,
Aztec Siege.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
like
the same level though.
Nah, you're right. But both sort of infantry-based civs, right?
They're similar civ types, but I don't think they fulfill the exact same role.
No, yeah, that's probably a better way to put it. And we're actually going to see the Celts here for Viper. And he's going to play that up to the north of the map on the flank. And he'll be against the Indians of MBL on the flank. So MBL sticking to his roots, going to be playing Indians there again. And last time against Suomi, it was an Indian mirror on the flank. This time he's against Viper's Celts.
And I feel like that favors Viper a little bit because, your camels, well, I'm not going to make too many knights anyway, so... Yeah. No worries. I'm going to make, pikemen and crossbows and stuff like that.
Celts are nice here. And if he goes aggressive early as well, could be really good up in the north there. In the pocket, Leary, he's got the Aztecs. And that's interesting, right? Because if he just does like a sort of fast imp and raids with eagles, could be strong.
Well, I think he'd be in a good position to go full water, then fish boom, and then... spam eagles for days.
Do that as well.
Right, I don't think just a straight fast imp is really viable.
Maybe not. I think the water is, and as we've seen before from Aftermath, they do place a lot of importance on the water here. In the south of the map, Nikov, he's in the blue on the flank as the Mongols.
Yep. Ideally, I think you want your Mongol player in the pocket,
agree.
But I think this will still be okay for them. No big problems. And then for the other team, we have Doubt as the other flank down in the south as the Indians, and then they have the nice Mongol pocket with Tato, which is what they want.
Yeah, that was a really good really good sort of positioning for Team Secret here. You know, they've got their Indians, they've got the Celts on the flank, but the Mongols going to be tucked away, nestled in the back, and should be able to transition up to Mangudai in the later stages of the game quite comfortably, really, without any too much early pressure preventing them. So that's good news. As far as water is concerned, it looks like everybody's docking here. And unlike previous games where we saw a lot of sling, I think we'll see all players taking part in the action in this one.
I think, yeah, for sure. I don't think any of the players are really in a position to sling on this map, right? Because if you do try to full wall your base, it's not easy to do that, right? Like, you can wall off from, like, some scout raids in the front, but they can always sneak around the back somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's very true. Walling across the middle is also kind of tough. Like, to wall off the middle, you'd have to wall, like, everything.
Like, every single forest. Like, so a huge team wall isn't really viable.
It's
like,
not viable at all here, for example.
Right.
You'd have to go like this, and it's just really bad, really weak, and there's a lot of problems with that approach.
So the best thing you can do is, like, a circle wall just around yourself.
Yeah.
But then you're really limited in the amount of space you have. You can't really easily spread out, boom a little bit later in the game. You don't really have options if you do that.
No, it looks like Doubt is starting on that path, though. But I can't imagine a world where the Indians are relegated to slinging.
No. Well, considering the civs, they're probably the most likely to sling. But I don't think this is the game where they would do that.
Yeah, I think so too. And up in the north, that's a big wall from Viper there. And I guess it's a good idea to wall where you can. In fact, MBL's doing another massive wall of his own. In fact, he's pretty much walled off his entire flank.
Except for there's a hole there right next to his TC.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess he could easily wall that if he wanted to.
Yeah, probably going to do that now, I guess.
Really, I mean, that's a big wall. It's a good wall, but he's still open through the middle. And so at some point, something could work its way through the middle on these shallows and land right here and then be in his base, or land here and be in his base. So it's really difficult to completely close this off. However, Feudal Age is coming in. Nothing on the land at all for either the Viper or MBL. Both will be fast to Feudal, and both will start with some water aggression. Of course, Nikov going to be the fastest by far.
As the Mongols, of course.
And he's already killed a fishing ship. That's really good. Getting up in Doubt's grill here and causing havoc, really.
Right, and it looks like he's probably going to... could almost get another one there, but it's all down to, I guess, Tasso at this point to sort of just stall him out a little bit to get Doubt into the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tato here immediately caught out 2v1. Can't really fight that.
Losing his own fish as well.
Oof. He's trying to juke it. It's got 6 HP. That has to go down. 4 HP, 1 HP, and it's gone. So that's a really good start for Nikov. He's killed 3 units already, and he's only lost 1. Doubt here, even not lost anything even. In fact, no one on AM has lost anything until now, which is MBL losing some fish to the Viper here.
But okay, so Doubt has very little military. What is he actually doing at home? Is he not going water?
He's doing scouts.
Oh.
So Doubt's going scouts against the Mongol flank here. We've got the tower coming up on the gold. The wood's quite well walled in, actually. This wood line's not too bad.
And he's made the barracks for defensive spearmen already.
So that's going to be difficult for Doubt to do damage. And meanwhile, Nikov's running amok on the water, as Doubt has basically given up on any kind of water presence at all, making it almost a 2v3 on the water here.
Yeah, basically. Like, in the end, AM should win the water. They're all on water. As long as Nikov doesn't die to Tato's push, sorry, not Tato, to Doubt's push, they're fine and happy, right? They start fishing. They get a nice boom going on.
Mm-hmm.
They've transitioned into their castle age and early imp plans.
Yeah, you know, though, I'm wondering what MBL's doing. He's added a stable as well, and it looks like he's got 5 military... Oh, there they are, the scouts. I thought he was sending some scouts, because I didn't see any boats from him. I only saw a single demo raft. So he's gone out with some scouts here, but Viper's, I think, sort of twigged onto that and walled up very quickly across the front, meaning that they'll have to find another way around. However, Viper's losing out on the water here.
Doubt was never on the water.
Doubt was never on the water.
Trying valiantly to stay on the water, but, you know, 1v2 and a bit isn't really very good fight, I think.
No, not at all. And look at that. More fishing ships going down. But this time it's Nikov's ships going down as Tato actually runs past and backlines him. Nikov out of position to defend himself there. And then fire ships everywhere, just, spouting flames.
All over the place. Okay, so MBL scouts, they're moving through the middle of the map, just south of where we're looking now. Oh, no, that's not it. Where'd the scouts go?
I don't know where the scouts are gone. They're at home.
He's gone back home.
I think he's trying to deal with doubts.
Okay, they found the
here.
doubts come in.
Yeah, I guess he thinks he needs to defend himself from doubt, perhaps. But doubt here with the 3 scouts, he's not actually done anything. He's 0-4 right now in KD. MBL also doing nothing so far, 0-2. Meanwhile, on the water, Leary and Nikov doing work. I mean, look at Nikov 6-1 at the moment.
Most of those kills are fishing ships, to be fair, but he has such a solid advantage. He's got 15 military at this point. Some of them are spearmen at home, but most of it is going to be fire galleys roaming around the lake in the middle, finding stuff to shoot fire on.
Nikov also on the land with some archers. I didn't see that coming.
Neither did
But I guess they're so confident that they're going to win the water. Perhaps I wouldn't be so sure. Tato is still
even Viper's just dropping a
good.
3rd dock as well.
Oh, is he? Oh yeah, he is over here. So Secret haven't given up on the water yet, but AM seem to be sort of making more of a play on the land. Doubt still finding nothing with his scouts. And MBL. No idea where his scouts have gone. I keep losing track of them. It
looks like Tasso and Doubt are pretty much fully walled.
They're here. The scouts are here. It's a landing. And he sent a villager as well.
The transport ship moves faster than units, right? In terms of like the squiggly path that the scouts have to take over.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's a fast way to get from one side to the other, I guess.
The villager's going to die, but the scouts are in. And Viper's like, quick wall, quick wall, quick wall. But he's going down toward Tato. Tato's already walled. But they're going to try and link up together, Nikov and MBL here, and maybe they can break through this wall here. But really good walling from Team Secret, making sure to keep those pesky AM players out of the picture.
Right, and just keeping some extra space at the back so they can back wall if they need to, if they start to break in. Doubt's getting in there with his scouts. He wants to be useful. He got a kill, apparently.
Way, 1 kill.
He killed one of the fire galleys, I guess. Good job, Doubt.
A transport ship still looking for a way in. If you can go here, that would be good. MBL is so desperate to do some damage this game.
Viper's trying to quick gate, maybe. Yes.
Very quick, but not quick enough.
No, it's not.
He's in. Well played, MBL. Viper putting so much effort into those walls. He's up to 90 population headroom, the amount of houses he's built. But MBL will find his way in. And Viper doesn't have a barracks, by the way, so no spearmen coming out for him yet. He is, however, on the way up to the Castle Age. So is MBL. And so this has to benefit MBL overall here as he gets in and equalizes the villager count and also forces Viper to spend resources and waste time chasing him around.
I think the big thing is just he's idling so many of his villagers trying to worry about them, right? Because he doesn't want to take a head-on fight against Bloodline scouts that have upgrades.
Oh, yeah. They've actually got +1 defense as well.
And he's getting forging as well. So he's just going to shred through any villagers if he tries to take fights.
This is so bad for Viper. He's going to lose another villager there. The scouts are still looking relatively healthy. There's only 1 that's really low. And more villagers are going to die. This is really hurting now.
He's up the castle. That's nice. But what's he going to do with his Castle Age?
Oh, God. He's getting absolutely wrecked. MBL.
MVP at this point.
Bringing the hell to the Viper.
Okay, that's a nice TC from Viper. Secures his gold and a little bit of wood, but, you know, he's lost 6 or 7 vills just in that space of time there. He's getting War Galley, but he doesn't have that many boats. He's got 1 military at this point.
Oh, wow. He's really focused on the water then.
Yeah, right?
He's still, like, committed to this. He's going to ignore the scouts, actually.
And they're just going to come around the other side.
Another TC here.
But if he's spending all this wood on TCs, he can't really make
boats
easily, right? He's just spent 500 wood on those 2 TCs.
Oh, and the scouts are still going to get through. He'll find another villager before he's done.
Right.
MBL keeping the scouts alive.
Oh,
he's gated out though. It's a trap.
I think he can maybe run around. Yeah.
Oh, he can.
He's still in it.
Oh my goodness, what a mess! What a mess! He's going to find another villager. He's not done yet.
If the scouts were trapped in there, we'd be praising Viper.
Oh yeah, Viper's going to be so pissed off. He's going to be so angry. Maybe not. Maybe he'll just be like, oh, this is so annoying.
He should be really pissed off, honestly. Look at him. He's so far behind in villagers at this point. His lowest score on his team.
Hello. Cav Archers for Doubt.
Interesting switch. I guess camels aren't particularly useful.
No, that's right. So probably the better unit of choice. But oh boy, this is quite impressive, really. AM looking very solid so far. Leary, by the way, still doing well on the water. It looks like he's almost won that now for his team. And Viper's trying to make a play back on the water, but by the time he's managed to produce some more boats, Leary's already basically won the water control here.
And it looks like MBL has the most villagers in the game. Is he just booming behind the damage that he's done?
Could be.
One TC,
two TCs, three TCs.
Yep.
Lots of resources in the bank. Not really under any pressure to do anything. He knows Viper's not a threat at the moment. The only threat really for Team Secret is Doubt, who's actually going around with the Cav Archers to try and raid a little bit.
Right, but the thing is, he can't really take a straight-up fight against that many crossbows until he masses a little bit more.
He has got full upgrades, though, so that's good.
Oh, yeah, he's in a good position for sure, but he's still not winning, right? Like, Viper's got pretty wrecked.
Yeah.
And it looks like Doubt's also lost quite a lot of villagers because he's now equal with Viper. So either Doubt isn't booming or he's taken a lot of losses.
Well, Nikov also, though, only at 43 villagers as well, so... You know, Doubt's slightly ahead of Nikov here in villager count.
Right, but MBL's so much further ahead of Viper.
Yes. So this absolutely favors AM at the moment. Even Leary is further ahead than Tato in the pocket in villager count as well. Not to mention the fish, which are now coming out as well. If we look at the graph in just a minute, we'll see actually that military count is even, villager count way in favor of Team Aftermath at the
30
moment.
extra vills is insane. Mongol Cav Archers should win against Indians.
Yes.
Yeah, but the Mongol player isn't really making Cav Archers. He doesn't have bloodlines. If he's making any, they're probably misclicks. Like, he should be making crossbows and skirms.
Doesn't even have +2 defense at the moment. In fact, that's a huge problem for Nikov here, as he tries to push in on the front, realizes he's massively out-teched, and oh no, he's gonna get caught out.
Now he's gonna get caught out. There's so many.
And these skirmishes just coming in, but there's not enough skirms in the fight anyway. Doubt's just gonna sit here and take this, and Nikov cannot get out. Too bad.
Doubt's doing his best. He's trying to pull his team back up. Tato's booming a bit, but MBL is just so far ahead. It looks like he's dropped another TC outside. 2 more TCs, and he's going forwards with these villagers. Okay, so we've got a 5 TC boom coming in from MBL and a defense, or a sort of mid-area castle.
Yeah, late game Indians can be pretty scary, especially when you're still in the castle age because you're the Viper and you got raided hard and wheelbarrow's just coming in. You know, he's just very far behind at this stage of the game.
Funnily enough, though, Viper has 7 fishing ships.
That's
the most
good
in the game, even though his team does not have water.
I guess, well, they don't necessarily have water, but they've not lost it either, because they are still contesting water here.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, Viper has some demos. He's got some fires. There's some demos from Tato as well. The fish for AM have already paid for themselves, so if they lose them now, okay, but they've paid for themselves, so that's fine.
MBL clicking up to Imperial Age. It looks like he's just going to steamroll.
Another castle?
Viper? What do you think he's going to go for? He's not going to do camels against Celts, surely.
Oh, the castle on the wood line. What can Viper do about that?
Nothing.
No, not really.
He can't stop that.
I don't know. Maybe he will go camels anyway, because...
Maybe just hold hand cannon again.
Well, let's see. I mean, at the moment, he's only got a stable and a barracks. He doesn't even have a military production building. I think camel would be fine, because Tato, as the Mongol pocket, will be going into Mangadai, we assume. So going Imperial Camel wouldn't be too bad. And
okay,
Doubt's got cavalry archers, which, you know, Imperial Camels won't be terrible either. He's actually doing a barracks, though. So it probably will be sort of Haub. And then I guess he'll do chemistry and add some siege.
Maybe next level and he just goes for champions.
Could do. You never see champions. Oh, no. Rangers now. So maybe he...
And he's also doing fletching? Just
cavalry archer again as well.
I guess that could be an option, but it seems like it's so late to switch into cav archers.
Who knows what MBL is thinking here?
Well, with his economy, he can sort of do whatever he wants.
He could. He's got a lot of resources.
Yeah.
We'll give him that. He could click up to Imperial again. And, oh, wow, Lyri's been breached. By the way, Lyri up to Imperial now. I was going to say very soon, but he just clicked it mid-sentence. And he's doing Eagle Warriors. He's preparing for the Aztec Eagle Flood. Yeah. But Doubt has breached him. And Doubt has played very well this game. He is MVP for Team Secret at this stage.
For sure. The thing is, like, Tato is just sort of booming away at home, and then hopefully he's going to come in and stabilize with Mangudai, right? I'm guessing that's what Secret's planning. But Doubt, as you say, like, he's doing the hard yards at the moment, keeping his team in a position where they can try to win this game.
Yeah, that's very true. And on the north side, it's confirmed MBL will be going for Gunpowder. He's done Shatagni, he's doing Chemistry now. And he's preparing archery ranges for hand cannons and siege workshops for bombard cannons. Yeah, so that's going to be coming out pretty soon. Viper will be imp, though, by the time the first bombard cannon is trained, I believe. So
sure, but he doesn't really have a lot of infrastructure at home. He's got one castle, and he's only got 75 vills.
Oh, Doubt got caught out.
Okay, those were some nice walls from MBL.
Yeah, forcing him under the TC and cleaning it up. Good job. But yeah, MBL here. Bombard cannons coming. Hand cannons coming. Viper's planned Woad Raiders.
He's got one castle and one siege workshop. That's all that I can see at the moment.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough, is it?
And it looks like he didn't even take one of his rhinos.
When he reaches Imperial, by the way, he's not going to have any resources left to do anything.
Yeah.
Whereas MBL, he's got a lot of gold.
He's got so much gold.
And he's already spent all of his food on upgrades and stuff.
He just slung over 1,000 stone to Nikov.
He did? Jeez. Okay.
So Nikov's going to start making castles for Mangudai.
And your Mongol player's going to have enough stone for, like, infinite castles. Sounds good. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, getting juked, though.
Doubt with the micro?
Controlling his units very well. Wow, Doughty. Look at this.
The problem is Elite Eagle Warriors against Cav Archers is pretty bad.
Yeah, that's true too. But Doubt needs upgrades, and unfortunately isn't in Imperial Age yet.
Nope.
And those Eagles are coming. They're coming fast.
The Flood is on its way.
This is so good for AM. 80%, 90%. They've won this game right now.
Well, I'm not sure if they've definitely won it, but they're in a really powerful position.
Yeah, I'm saying 80%. The raiding is going to come in pretty soon. And I don't know. Like, I feel like Tato's too far off at the moment.
He doesn't have Elite Mangudai. What's his upgrades like? Can you just click on a single one? Oh, he's got almost nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think his boom, I think, a little bit too much. So he's got a huge economy, which is good, but he's a little bit too slow actually making any army.
Maybe, maybe. People in the chat saying that Viper's secretly playing on Doubt's account. Well, you know, account sharing is punishable by a ban on Voobly, so don't do that.
Yeah, hopefully they don't do that. That would not be good.
No, but yeah, the castle down, the Treb down, and Viper's going to get steamrolled. What is this?
What's he doing? He's got a couple of woads and a siege workshop, and that's about it.
Oh yeah, he can't do anything. He doesn't have the eco to do anything.
He didn't take one of his rhinos.
He's throwing up castles. Oh yeah.
That annoys me. Why would you not take free food?
I don't know. Oh, the Eagles have landed.
Oh boy.
R.I.P.
Oh boy. Ripped Doubt's economy.
Yeah. Doubt has done so well this game, and he's sending the Cav Archers back now to deal with this raiding, but the raiding, well, it's already started. It's already too late.
The Eagles are so good at raiding, you just need like 2 of them in an area, and you just have to garrison your villages.
Yeah.
Because they just start to kill them. The TCs don't kill them in return. It's just nasty.
And that just gives Nikov some space to move out as well. And Nikov even showing that, hey, I can out-micro and up downhill Mangonel. We've got Eagles coming on the left side as well. They're going to get up in the grill of the Mangudai. Mangudai, 4, 5, 6, 7 range. Well, hand cannons at 8.
Yeah, and they've got so much more damage. And the bombard cannons as well. Any shots they get off on groups of Mangudai
will do big damage.
Yeah.
So AM looking strong. Secret look to have the backs against the wall right now. Viper can't really get on his feet. He's trying to get Woad Raiders out, I think, or maybe some Trebs or something.
But he doesn't really have any food income at this point. Right?
No, all of his farms
were here, and they're all
gone
now.
Where is his farm eco? Here it is. He's rebuilding it.
Right, he's got like 10 farmers back here.
Nestled behind his castles, which are immediately going to be targeted by some of these bombard cannons. In the south, the raiding is continuing on. Lyri really hammering home his advantage over Doubt now, and well, MBL what a great game for him, this game. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
MVP
like,
for sure.
The scout rating on Viper alone was incredibly good.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
And then now he's just steamrolling through them. And like even here, like Leary's rating, he's killed like 30 villagers from Doubt.
Oh, yeah. And Doubt now with heavy cavalry archer. He's got the upgrades he needs to start taking out the eagles, but the damage has already been
archers
done.
are still not good against eagles, even when they're fully upgraded.
Yeah, but
Right.
well, it's obviously
11 attack against 8 pierce armor. You're only doing 3 hits.
Yes.
3 damage a hit. It's not a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it is better than unupgraded cav archers, but it's still a problem. Even Viper actually sending the Woad Raiders down here, which is really interesting because, you know, you'd think he'd need to send his army up this way, but what can they do here? They can't do anything.
The Woads can't fight against hand cannons,
precisely.
but the Woads are pretty good against eagles.
So he's sending them south.
Like, it makes sense to do that. The problem is that now Tato is all by himself here.
You have to admire Secret's determination, though. They're not going to let themselves be beat yet. And in fact, they are going to push back this castle from MBL. Nearly weren't able to take it down because the elite eagles from Leary are everywhere now,
and
killing all the rams.
MBL's now tech switching into camels. This is just going to come in and completely gut Tato now.
Yeah. It's
like
a big problem.
as long as he keeps his big massive hand cannons behind his camels, he's gonna be chilling. He's gonna be so happy with this.
Yeah, Viper can only do so much on this side as well. He can stop the eagle raiding with his Woad Raiders. He can chase it down, but what he can't do is push against the Mangadai here.
No.
This is another issue. So Viper's really limited in what he can actually do at the moment. He can just try and go between each side, but he can never really fully commit his army to one place and actually make an impact.
Ideally, what he would be doing is like getting onagers. Onagers would counter both Mangadai and Skirms and the hand cannons.
Everything.
Right? And then, you know, he makes Helbs and Woads to defend them from, you know, the raiding eagles and camels and stuff.
Yeah.
But the problem is he doesn't have the eco to get Onager and Siege Onager and Fura Celtica and Siege Engineers, you know, all the many expensive upgrades you need for Siege.
He doesn't have the eco for much, but he has got some resources in the bank.
He can afford to do Onager, that's about it at this point.
Which is good. I mean, he could sell some wood maybe. I don't know. He's definitely not out. And in fact, you know, Secret are still in this at the moment. Otherwise, they would have resigned. But
well, for sure. Like they will never resign until they know it's over.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely going to try. But yeah, it's hard. I mean, Onager in the north would be great. In fact, in the north, if they
starting to push back,
they are. If they can actually get these rams to the castle, but
no, the
Eagles are too good.
The problem is like they're cleaning this side, sure, but now Nikov's starting to prepare a big push on the other side, right? Once he starts to get his own rams going, then they're going to have problems on both sides.
Yeah. They have problems on both sides anyway.
It's going to be even more problems. And remember, Leary can always just send some eagles up through the middle into Tato's economy, into whoever's economy is open, basically.
Yeah, we thought he would have done that by now. And oh my goodness, suddenly camels.
Out of
Imperial
nowhere.
Camels. I mean, I was like, well, where's MBL's army? Now the Imperial Camels have arrived. They just appeared. Like, he kept them hidden, didn't he?
Yeah, and then they just came out of the fog, so to speak, behind the castle.
Here they are. Imperial Camel about to pop, and there you go. 3, 2, 1.
There you go.
Done.
We got the timing.
Yeah, sort of. Quite good. I mean, there's nothing that really, truly counters Mangadai, because they're just that good, apart from maybe the Camel Archer. But Imperial Camels definitely do a good job of getting up there and forcing them back.
For sure. And then, like, the skirmishers come in and deal the free damage behind that. And remember, last game, we said AM lost because they didn't have a good trade line. Well,
look at the trade line.
Look at AM's trade line, and then let's take a look at Secret's trade line.
Oh, that's a TC.
That's
Where's
a TC.
the trade line?
Yeah, right? There's no trade line.
No, and that's because Secret don't have the south corner. And again, that's the problem with not having the map control. You can't get the trade. Let's have a look at the trade numbers. That's military population. There's the trade. 56 to 0. 412 villagers to 371. AM are on the path to victory here to tie this series up 1-1.
It definitely looks like it. Like, at this point, AM really need to make a huge mistake for them to lose this game, I think. Simply because they're in such a good position. Like, they don't need to push anymore for the next 5 minutes. They just need to hold those two corners.
Yeah.
Stop Secret from taking either one of them, and then just wait until they've got full trade running.
And eventually,
you know,
Tato will run out of money and will only have 19 gold in the bank. How many relics does he have? 0.
Right,
How much
he'll
gold
start
income
selling,
does he have?
you know, 600
None.
wood to get 200 gold or something.
There is no gold income for Tato right now. It's like once these Mangadai are dead, they're dead. That's it. They're gone.
Basically, yeah.
And MBL can keep replenishing his Imperial Camels. He's got some gold in the bank. He's got a bit of trade, only 11. It's really leery with the trade here.
Right, but once they start getting trade,
Yeah.
it just multiplies, right? It's
Yeah.
exponential growth. As long as you don't lose the trade cards, you just keep benefiting from them.
Oh, for sure. And credit to Tato here. He's actually pushing back still, doing a really good job. But I think, that's mostly because Leary has now, once again, transitioned to focusing down on the south. Secret really holding well, but
that wall of castles, completely cutting them off from that corner where they want to be trading. Nikov getting Siege Onager, and he's also getting War Galley. Looking like they're thinking, let's just get some War Galleys raiding their coastline.
I want to see the Siege Onager hits over here.
Oh, it's going to be pretty good. And there goes that castle. They're going to have free reign to keep pushing forwards now.
I really want to see that. Oh, did he not build the... Oh, he's building the other Siege workshops. I want to see these get flattened. That could be a game-ending move, but look at
Even
Tato.
on the other side, right? Some Siege Onagers taking out the
Oh, that's
Mangadai.
true. He has actually built some barracks here. I just don't know. He's not built a Siege workshop yet.
But you can always add one in.
Yeah, could do it. Oh, wait, no, sorry. That's Leary.
Leary did Onager, though.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, so he could still
okay.
do something.
Cool.
I think he's maybe saving up for Siege Onager.
Nikov doing drill as well, by the way. So here you go.
Whoa.
Siege Onager and drill coming in.
Right, and I like this. He's cutting away the forest so that he can sit on top of the hill, have a bit more space.
Here we go. Super, super speedy. Blink and you might miss it.
Okay, I'm blinking.
Okay, here we go. He's trying to focus them down. Good job so far. Siege Onager done, but there's more where that came
Right,
from.
remember, while you're microing against the Onagers, the Mangadai are just going to kill your Trebs.
And that's another shot missing. Oh, that's a big one. Didn't do that much damage. Disappointing so far.
Viper's doing a pretty good job taking out the Onagers.
He is.
But remember, all 3 of the Trebs are dead. So they're not pushing that corner anymore, and that's a lot of gold that they've spent on those Trebs.
Sure.
That's gone
And it
now.
stopped their push against the castles as well, which means it's going to be even harder for them to now get down there.
Later on.
Over here, though, Tato still looks like he's trying to push, but it's getting harder and harder as time goes by and the gold becomes more and more of a problem. Doubt's just asking for a Siege Onager shot to hit him
He's
in
just
the
making
face
full
here.
skirms because he can't really afford to make
What?
anything else.
No,
Taking into rams.
Nikov, don't switch into rams. What are you doing?
We want the Onagers for the memes.
Like
I mean,
more Onagers, please. I mean, I can understand why he's going into rams, but
the
oh
Onagers
boy.
are so much more satisfying.
Secret are just refusing to die, and I admire them for that. They've done a really good job here. Leary, I don't know, he's only got 31 military right now. I feel like he should have more military than this. Is he trying to raid? Like, what's Leary actually doing?
I'm not entirely certain.
He's kind
I
of
think
like...
he's been slinging a lot of gold to MBL to
Okay,
help shore up
get the trade up.
Yeah, because he didn't have a lot of trade. Leary does have a lot of trade. And I think at this point in the game, MBL's gold army is better than his. I think the camels are probably pretty good against the Mangadai.
Yeah,
probably
they're
better
good.
than Eagles, I would say. And you remember, he can always make the bombard cannons in the back that can try to just, get some good shots
Oh,
off.
like this? No?
Well, if
You
he's not
moved them
paying
back.
attention, he can get some good shots off.
I thought maybe that was the shot you were talking about right
So
there.
I was hoping for it as well. It would have been so good for my timing, but no.
Still going to keep sending those Mangadai in behind the Hussar, though. And although, yes, they're mostly fighting against skirms here, the Mangadai can still do pretty good damage against them. And there you go, the bombard cannons at the back, just to catch you slipping for a second. Viper, though, doing a really good job this game of making the most of a bad situation. That's what I'd call it. Sending his Wodies in wherever he can. Oh, more Onagers, though.
Oh,
And
boy. And
maybe we
GG's
missed a
being
shot
called.
or two, but I think that's enough to break Team Secret in the south.
Ah.
Down to 118 pop, 93 villagers, not able to withstand the Mongol siege, and GG was called right there. I think we could see that coming for a while, actually. It certainly looked as though AM had the upper hand for a long time. I'm kind of impressed that they pushed MBL back in the north, but I think that's mostly because of Viper actually splitting his army between north and south, using his Woad Raiders really effectively. He did a really good job there. In fact, if you look at the KD, I I'd go as far as to say Viper probably had a better KD in the end than Doubt. But Doubt had his back against the wall. He was mostly fighting against two. He was fighting against Nikov and Leary at the same time. And Leary, just kind of being a nuisance, raiding a lot. I don't think he had the biggest impact on the game overall. I think it was really Nikov and MBL that pulled together there. Mostly Nikov to win it in the late game with that siege and with those elite Mangadai. So GG, AM equalized the series. It's 1-1, and that means that we will certainly see the next two games at a minimum. Hillfort and Atoll coming up next. Hillfort, our next map, and of course that's going to be the home map of AM. The home map of AM, a map which they've chosen every single time in the Southeast Asia stage of the tournament. Whether it was in the 1v1s or whether it was in the 3v3s, Aftermath take Hillfort at every opportunity they get. In a second, we're going to start the next game up right about now. So we're going to launch that now. Going into Hillfort straight away. Why delay when we've got Hillfort coming today? And Nilly just subscribed as well. Where is Jordan?
I think we're going to see Jordan in the next game.
Ah, there
maybe.
You go.
We'll find out in just a moment.
Well, Nilly, I think he might know something that I don't.
Maybe.
All right.
Oh, boy. There he is.
There he is, taking Viper's spot. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I believe
what?
When these games were played, Viper was not at home. He was away traveling, so he didn't have his normal PC set up, and maybe they've decided, okay, Viper didn't play particularly well in the last game compared to his normal standard.
That's a big yikes.
It's a big yikes.
Jordan.
So maybe they decided, okay, Jordan,
stepping
you used to beat the Viper. Can you do better than him in this game?
Jordan stepping in and maybe stepping up here. He's even donned the yellow.
Exactly.
He's like, I will become Viper.
I will channel my inner Viper skills
and
will carry.
So there you go. Viper swapped out. Viper benched.
Yeah.
Jordan coming out here. And I don't know if that speaks to Secret's confidence, but I think that's quite awesome.
Well, I think Secret always have had a high opinion of Jordan.
Yeah,
like,
I think so too.
Even when he wasn't playing that often, he was always there for them when they were practicing, training games. He was always watching the games with them, planning strategies, discussing the civ picks and stuff like that. So I think this, as you say, like, it shows they have confidence in him as a player on their team.
Well, we'll see how it goes, won't we? I mean, if this is an absolute train wreck, we'll probably see him back in the game.
Well, yeah, we might see them switch back.
Yeah, so there you go. Jordan there in yellow, playing as the Burmese. So it looks like you'll have quite an active role in this game. Although with that said, we need to look at the other civs because I'm seeing Spanish and Mayans. So he could be relegated to a bit of a sling. Then in the pocket, this doesn't really count as the pocket, but Doubt, purple Mayans, and Tato, red Spanish. And it's interesting because normally you'd see Viper on the Mayans.
Yes.
And then Tato would take like the Burmese.
No, last time Tato was the Spanish. Because we saw...
oh, yeah,
Secret
sorry. No,
against Frantic.
You're right, yeah. Tato's still playing Spanish, and then Doubt taking the Burmese.
Yeah, so Doubt sort of moved up into the carry position, and then Jordan is just, okay, you make a little bit of stuff, and then mostly you're going to boom.
And then go elephants later on. But maybe, well, we could do Arambai, but probably doing elephants later and booming to sling perhaps. But we'll see how this goes. Obviously, Doubt now going to have to step up as well and take that that Mayan position and sort of try and carry the game with the plumes. On the other side, MBL, he's got the Spanish. Then you've got Mayans on Liri, and then you've got Burmese on Nikov. So we've actually got mirror civs here as well.
Well, I think it's quite likely that AM saw Secret absolutely demolish Frantic.
Yeah.
With the Burmese just coming out of nowhere with a ton of elephants. Like, we can't afford them to do that to us.
Well, you say coming out of nowhere. He did boom for 40 minutes.
Right, okay. Well, yeah. But like, you can't afford to just have that sort of situation happen.
Yeah.
Where you're not prepared for it and you're making paladins against mass elephants that just destroy them.
I don't think with these civs either team necessarily wants to go forward either. I mean, when we saw Frantic play this map against Secret earlier today, you know, they had Tim go forward and just try and be annoying, but it didn't pay off at all in the late game.
No, it wasn't really worth the investment that they did. Like, it was a little bit of harassment, sure, and then he switched into a sling, so I guess it wasn't really that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But you know, having 3 players in Imperial Age is generally pretty good.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd agree with that. Having 3 players fully teched up,
Yeah, ready
is
to
better
go.
than not having 3 players fully
Yeah, exactly.
teched up. But you know, Jordan here, we'll see what he can do. I think he will likely. I was going to say likely slink, but he's just thrown down a barracks. So
Maybe Man-at-Arm Tower Rush?
yeah, it could be the pokey strategy that the Frantic team took last time. We will see, because he's about to click up to the feudal age, and we'll see what he follows this up with. That's interesting, though. I really thought he'd just be safe and sound and sling.
Maybe he's going to do exactly what Tim did in the other game. Go forwards, do a little bit of damage, and then sling.
No, surely not.
Maybe.
Well, okay, he's moving over to gold, so if he queues a militia now, we'll know. Oh, no, yeah.
The villagers are going forwards.
He's going forward.
If he's on gold, he has to be making, yeah.
Yep.
He has to make
for Man-at-Arms, and he's going to go forward, and, well, there you go. They're Xing the front of the hill fort. That's where the gold is, interestingly.
That's quite a nice open area to push into, right? That space between those 2 forests. Like, once they get through that gate, there's a lot of options. The gold and the stone right in front of it.
Yeah, they go either way.
He's going to be the first up to feudal by a mile at this point.
Oh, yeah. That's really fast in comparison. And AM, maybe AM really don't expect this, you know. If you're AM, you saw how Secret played last time. You're really not expecting this.
No. Well, maybe the fact that Viper not playing might twig something different's going to happen, but
maybe. Oh, I love the tiger. Look how rapid that tiger is. Oh,
it just jumps so high when it's attacking, and then it's dying animation.
and it disappears, because I guess Jordan
Palisaded
it. But well, it's
you don't
probably
need
for
to do
the
that
best.
anymore because they don't show up to the
No,
fog.
they don't. They don't. But I think it's just habit. Old
Yeah.
habits die hard, you know. But Jordan will be rocking up here. Towers being placed right in the corner. We've got Man-at-Arms on the way. This is awesome, and we're going to see the pressure coming through.
The villager pathing is not ideal.
Just pathing.
I'm not sure where they're going.
They're trying to build it.
Oh, like that's wasted a good 20, 30 seconds there.
It has, and you see MBL, he's just walling up the corner so he can't jump over, being very, very safe here.
Right, but these Man-at-Arms, they're going to bash through this gate really quickly. Come on, other Man-at-Arm, get in there. Come on, swing your sword, man. You can do it.
This guy can do it. I believe in him.
I believe too.
Well, the tower is definitely going to push MBL away, but he'll have to move his attention to another piece of wall. And well, the reaction now from Team AM is to quickly wall up, limit his options once he gets in. But he could still deny that stone, and you're denying the stone of the Spanish player there, which is quite significant.
Well,
immediately,
the stone and the gold, right?
yes, but immediately you can see MBL coming to the back to take this stone.
He's like,
here
okay,
now.
I can't afford to lose this. I might do it.
Oh, we saw a dead eagle as well, I think, from Leary there.
Yep. Doubt coming in to help out his
Yeah,
buddy
Man-at-Arms
Jordan.
going in. Jordan, don't run into the TC. Jordan, don't run into the TC. Get back. And
Okay, well, there's
he
only
lost a
2
Man-at-Arms
vills
there.
building, so...
That's true. Spanish builders, though, they're a little bit
Okay,
faster.
but now there's more coming in. And he's moving back, making the tower a little bit further away. It still denies the stone, but it can't be denied by the counter tower.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see that coming up, denying the wood line, and more importantly, long-term denying the stone.
Yep.
But I wonder if he'll get a tower up over here, because that's going to be in range now. And
I wouldn't think
MBL
so.
can just garrison inside.
I think that's a little bit too risky. It's more likely he's going to go around the outside to the north to try to hit Leary, or come around the side this way, maybe.
They've actually scouted, I think, this as well. I'm not sure, but Tato seems to be Xing to go around. Like, go around. He's Xing the stone. And so he's trying to get Jordan to head toward the stone. MBL already building a second tower. Now, that's interesting, isn't it? Because not only has he been pushed off his main gold and had to invest into a tower... main stone, and invest a tower there. He's also had to build a second mining camp and a second tower to protect his second stone.
He understands that he can't afford to lose the second stone.
Well, absolutely.
If he wants to make conks, he has to have stone somewhere.
But my point is, it's really slowing his stone collection down, and as a result, it's
He's
really...
just dropped that stone so that he can make another tower.
Yeah.
Right there.
And Jordan can just
Jordan
delete
is
it.
so happy with this, because
Yeah.
every time MBL makes a tower,
It's slowing his
it
castle.
slows his castle.
Mm-hmm. Leary, though, Castle Age coming in for him. He will have the stone for a castle, but Tato will beat him. Tato will actually be first to castle this game, and he's already got the stone for a castle as well.
Yep, right on that hill in front of the stone and gold there.
Already deleted the
Yeah.
palisades for
He's
it.
so confident.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't he be? Jordan's on the other side of the map causing havoc. And maybe he can find something else with these vills as well. Maybe he can just chop wood back here. Nah, he'll get cleaned up if he does that.
Yeah, it's just like at the moment, like they just need to worry about it.
Hmm.
Okay, guys, there's still 4 vills and some man-at-arms behind us. You know, we need to devote some attention and some military presence to clean this up at some point.
Yeah. In fact, Leary is going for a TC here, and if Jordan found that and put a tower on it, it'd just be really annoying, wouldn't it?
Oh, for sure. And Tato probably only just missed scouting it as he ran past.
Nope, he knows. He's heading back.
Oh, they can see the chopped tree. Okay, they can't see the TC, but they can see it. He doesn't
Wow.
even know it's there, but he's just building it anyway.
Oh, wait, no, he's deleting it. I'm not sure.
That would have been such a good tower.
Yeah, they've seen it now.
Okay, now they see it.
And meanwhile, they see this wood line up here, and they're like, wait,
Honestly,
maybe we can
I
tower
feel
that.
like up on that hill is better. There's a
Yeah.
stone, there's a gold.
Oh, they're
There's-
going for it.
Nikov's main gold as well.
Good job, Jordan. Keeping them busy here.
Oh boy, but the Vil bashing.
Leary, though, yeah, but how is Leary going to Vil bash this? There's men-at-arms standing right
Oh,
there.
there's only 2 of them.
And I guess they're fighting uphill, but they're causing him to go idle. He's going to have his first plumed archer out in a second, but he's forcing idle time, and he's not going to deny the tower anyway. So Jordan's done a really good job here. He's going to move them out toward this TC at the edge, but that could be a dead villager. No, it won't be. But all in all, good stuff for Secret so far.
Tato might pick off the Vil. No, he doesn't.
Tato's coming in with conks, though. And Leary has started his plumed archer production. Doubt is also in the castle age. His plumed archers are being queued as well. And meanwhile, MBL is only just building his castle now. And both of the Secret players have their castles up and military units
At
out.
this point, the big difference is Nikov has been slinging
Yeah.
for a while as Burmese. I'm not sure if Jordan has started slinging or not.
He has.
He has, but
Yeah.
it's not going to be as much as Nikov, obviously, because he's spent the time mining stone, the 4 or 5 villages forward, the man-at-arms, etc., etc.
Yeah, so I guess the question is really, like, has he done enough damage to justify this? Or is AM technically going to be ahead because Nikov has been untouched and is
slung
slinging
so much
as well?
more resources.
Well, he has also been forced to build a couple of towers, so
Right.
the overall investment from AM into their defense has probably been higher than the overall resources spent by Jordan, if I had to guess. But it is looking good for Secret. They've got the map control now, and we've seen so many times before just how the map control really is so important.
Right.
Oh wow, the
Especially
Tigers.
like as you switch into late game, being able to harass the trade line, deny the trade line to prevent them preparing that,
Yeah.
essentially, gives you a huge advantage. These Tigers running rampant among Jordan's villages.
Jordan's going to keep his vills alive, though. He's
Right.
too good
But
for
that's
that.
like the 3rd Tiger he's had to deal with now.
Oh, and there you go, raiding from Tato, finding a couple of villages immediately.
Denying the university is pretty good, because ballistics is an upgrade that you want to get at some point.
Especially against conks.
Right, for sure. Because they're just going to keep dodging side to side, trying to avoid the plumes as much as possible.
Oh, for sure. Now, that's not a good fight for Tato. He needs to get out of there, but maneuverability favors him as well. He's going to keep poking and prodding. I'm surprised he's trying to take this. Oh, I guess he... Oh, Doubt's coming in as well.
Right. And he's just got +2 pierce armor as well.
Yeah.
So the plumes don't deal a ton of damage.
I think he probably would have backed away a bit more if Doubt wasn't coming up to back him up here. But meanwhile, where's MBL? Where's his conks? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 conks out. He's going in here on the right side, but he's immediately headed off by the plumes. And the damage being done by the Secret team just seems to be slightly more.
Like, can we take a quick look at the Vil graph chart?
The Vil graph?
Yeah, see how far ahead one team is or not.
Military Pop is favoring Team Secret, and Vilgraph is even, basically.
Even.
Mhm.
Okay. So no one's really that far ahead at this point.
Not yet. But Secret seem to have the map control at the moment. MBL, he's
Still
done,
running around.
done a little bit here. He's got 4 kills, actually, so I don't know if that was from earlier.
Well, he definitely killed at least 1 unit. He killed a scout with his TC, possibly a man-at-arm as well.
Oh, but now he's getting absolutely murked by
Yep.
these plumed archers. Doubt has +2, but MBL in comparison has no defense upgrades on his conks, and he doesn't have bloodlines. So Tato's conquistadors are so well upgraded in comparison.
But MBL's like +10 villages on Tato, so he's dropped TCs before he's dropped castles.
That's true. So the priorities in different places, I guess.
Yep. But here we see we've got Doubt already up to Imperial Age, as well as Leary. Slightly slower than Leary, 30 seconds.
Yeah,
It's going to be the question of who's going to do what. Is someone going to go for a forward castle, or are they going to stay home and try to build up?
Oh, this could be good. Leary on the hill here. I thought Tato would get in there and start doing damage, but both of them lost their nerve and went back.
I feel like it'd be a decent trade, right? If you can cut down his plume numbers. Because like, you're probably thinking, okay, if our mine player is up to Imp, theirs is probably also up to Imp pretty
that's
soon.
usually how it
Right,
goes.
so if we can kill, 10, 15 of his plumes before he hits Imp, and that gives Doubt such a huge boost, right?
Doubt has a 10 villager lead over Leary, by the way. Leary only has 2 TCs, whereas Doubt has 3. That's good for Doubt. He should have the better eco through the long term to get his upgrades faster and maybe even outproduce Leary here. Tato's going to come in and try and dodge out here, try and do what damage he can. But boy, oh boy, those plumed archers are quite tanky, aren't they?
They're both just up the hill as well, but they're both just splitting all the time. No deaths, no losses in those engagements.
Yeah.
And then we see we've got forward siege workshop coming down for Leary. And is that a archery range? Barracks. Okay, so he wants to get Thumb Ring at some point.
Yes, eventually. Doubt, on the other hand, barracks and castle, it's like both of them sort of mirroring each other. Doubt's second castle is coming up a lot later than Leary's. In fact, he's 5 military behind now, and Leary might pull an advantage out here with this extra castle production. On the right side, the walling has started to come in as well. Jordan closing that off. He's even took the Tato approach and built a dock behind the wall too.
That's nice. I think it's still open though in the far right-hand corner though.
It is. He's not walled it all.
Yeah.
Just need to close that off. But yeah, that big team wall definitely going to make a difference. Doubt, however, coming over as well. Just retreating back. I wonder if it's just because he can't afford Elite Plumed Archer yet, and he wants to make sure that he's well out of the way of Leary.
Just incredibly worried about a push coming through before Jordan finishes the walls.
That too.
But that seems a bit excessive, running that far away with all of your army.
Yeah, and at the moment, Leary is going to come forward a good time to catch a lot of vills out here, and Doubt with a lot of his army away from home. So that's good. Meanwhile, Tato trying to raid, and Tato's done 9 kills and 1 death, so he's done a really good job with these conks, and he's going to find a lot of villagers back here. MBL,
oh boy,
going to lose at least 4 or 5 vills, and then have the safety of the castle to fall back to. But all in all, though, this raiding from Tato has definitely been better than MBL's.
Right, but MBL is just booming so much harder.
Yeah,
nearly 20 vills ahead.
A quick look now at the villager graph. That's the military graph. Sorry, the villager graph. Leary's team about 20 extra villagers at this stage of the game.
And that's going to increase. Like, these blooms are going to get in there and start finding something to kill.
They will, but I think Doubt will head back and chase him down as well. However, upgrade-wise, Leary is still ahead on upgrades here. He's got the +4 defense coming in, while Doubt's +2 is only being researched now.
So neither of them have Elite Plume, though.
No, the eco is too small. The eco is just too small for Leary, and there's not enough sling, I assume.
That's probably the likely scenario. Okay, the plumes are sort of splitting up a little bit, trying to break a hole to run out. Taking 3 losses, though.
That's good for Doubt.
Okay, but he's going to get those villagers on the stone on the right. Maybe
Maybe
pick off 1 or 2 as he runs past.
You can argue that Doubt can afford to lose some villagers here, though. He's still got a 10 villager lead on Leary.
10 vills is not a lot.
No.
And MBL is up to Imp now. Tato is not. Can we quickly check Tato's resources?
Yeah, sure. Tato is very close. He's about to click up if he uses the market.
But he's still, 15 villagers behind MBL and, at least a minute and a half slower.
Yeah, but Tato's still done so much damage. Whoa! Hello, walls. Nikov closing it off with a triple stone wall.
They know.
Oh, boy.
That the walls are dangerous.
Look at that. Triple stone wall. That's insane.
And Tato's just starting to peck away at the dock.
The right side's completely open, but at least the left side's closed. Jordan doing a single layer of stone wall on the right side. That's job is a good one. And actually, that means that Leary's trapped back here.
Oh, yeah, he is. Didn't think of that.
I like it. So, Doubt, lacking a couple of upgrades, but has way more numbers than Leary. Should
Leary's
be good.
getting Thumb Ring, though.
Yeah, but it should still be good. He's closed the gap. He's right up in his grill. There's no way that Leary wants to take this fight, even with the extra
right, but there's a hole
upgrades.
here. Jordan, plug the hole, please.
Yes, he's plugged it. He's plugged it. This is so good. Leary is so trapped. He's going to take the fight. He's got the hill, but he's so outnumbered. Doesn't matter.
Yep. No point wasting your time microing that, really. Spend your time better doing other things.
Here's a fun fact. If you've got equal upgrades and you're outnumbered 2 to 1, you would need to have 4 times the damage output to win against the same army.
Right. But if you're outnumbered 2 to 1, you can't possibly have 4 times the...
No, you'd have to have 4 times the attack damage if you're outnumbered 2 to 1.
Right.
To win.
Okay. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Inverse square law, baby. Alright, ram rushing coming in. Doubt.
Faster with the siege ram, but Leary seems to have more rams in total.
Yeah, he does. Only capped rams. Siege ram is being researched.
So I think Doubt probably wants to try to take down this one castle and then just retreat. I think that's probably the best idea for him at this point.
Both of them are even on upgrades now, though, which is good. They both sort of caught up to each other there. But that's a free castle for Doubt. He's going to be very happy.
Yeah, I would just go back, like, maybe suicide those first 3 rams, but keep the rest of your stuff back. Start massing your own rams for another push.
Doubt, though, look at this. 76 military. Doubt is so good at this, and Tato is so good at raiding. He's still finding villages over here. And at this stage of the game, it's less consequential, you know. MBL has 123 vills. What's missing 1, you know? It's not a lot. But at the same time, he's still keeping it up, still annoying them, still keeping their attention.
Is he going to get this castle as well?
Oh, I think he will. I think he will. He's got enough rams here.
If he gets that castle, that's... Well, we say that's key, but now they're both equal on 3 castles.
Yeah.
While Leary's lost 2 castles. So somehow he's had 2 more castles than Doubt.
That's true.
I just said castles far too many times.
Too many times. Too many castles. Meanwhile, Tato's teching into Paladin. And what is MBL doing?
I'm pretty sure he's done the same thing.
He's done Cavalier, but no Paladin on the way yet.
Maybe they've decided, okay, we can't wait for Paladin. You need to start making military now. Whereas Doubts just said, don't worry, Tato, I'm good. You wait for Paladin and then you come help me.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, actually, just how Secret have managed to get this advantage from a very small eco lead earlier on, but then they lost the eco lead, and yet they still seem to have this massive military advantage.
I think a big part was that Leary, lost those 20-ish plumed archers
in the back
of his base
for
no real gain. He killed 5 or 6 vills, 5 or 6 plumes. Not really a fair trade.
Oh, and now the Cavalier are coming in as well. The Rams are starting to get in there as well for Doubt. He's got a lot more ram production, it seems, as he comes down. If you take this next castle, that will bring Leary's castle count down to 2.
I think more importantly, they've then got a huge angle in the middle of the map. They've denied this gold to the left where there was a castle. There's this gold as well next to this castle. They can deny those. And that's going to hurt them a little bit. Well, they should deny that.
Yeah, they will probably at some point, but one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Got to get this castle first.
One thing to also remember is that Doubt has been playing as mines, 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
So he knows...
Regicide Fortress.
Right. He knows what to do as the mines in these sort of carry games.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I doubted him. I'm just saying that Viper usually fulfills that role.
Sure, but he still knows how to do it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He absolutely knows. And here comes Tato with the Paladins. Paladins on the way for MBL. He's got a lot more Cavalier here than Tato has Paladins.
But Paladin's such a long upgrade, right? He's still got a minute and a bit time to wait until it's finished.
Yeah,
and all that time, Tato just has an advantage in every single fight.
Oh, this castle, it's so nearly done. There's some villagers at the back repairing it. The Rams are deploying, and they're getting so close, but the Rams are getting taken out by the Cavalier. The Cavalier, though...
Doubt should just make one trebuchet and kill it.
Well, it's gone anyway. The Cavalier are basically just being thrown away every time. And this is a great spot for Leary back here, but even better for Doubt, because he's got more units.
95 military to 40.
Yeah, exactly. And look at the KD as well. It's just getting further and further in Doubt's favor. And, both the Paladin players are just sort of throwing everything away in there, but it's worth it because they got the castle.
Yeah, right. Okay, Leary replaces the castle with another one almost instantly, but... Doubt's making his own castles as well. It's 5 to 3 almost. They've got all these rams. MBL's pushing back a little bit.
Yeah, we do need more paladins from Tato, actually. Tato's military is at 25. MBL's is at 29. Tato has more villagers, so he should be able to outproduce MBL here.
You think so? Honestly, I'm surprised that Jordan and Nikov are both still slinging.
Doubt's like, get me another castle. You're in the way.
But
Get out of the way.
Why are they still feudal slinging at this point? Like, it's 40 minutes. Both of your players you're slinging have more than 100 bills.
Yeah, true.
Right.
But they're also kind of spending their resources quickly here as well.
Like, I feel like
I don't know.
it's so
Tato
much
probably
better
doesn't
to go
need
up.
sling anymore. Doubt probably doesn't need sling anymore.
Well, Doubt's got, nearly 100 military.
Oh, the Petard plays. Nicely
Okay,
done. MBL's
that's-
through on the right side, changing the pace of the battle entirely.
Well,
And Tato was thinking about doing something like that on the left.
Tato's just
but-
researched Onager. He doesn't need to kill the walls.
Oh,
He's just going to go
gonna
around.
Cut through. He's going to cut
He's
through.
got the Siege Workshop.
Oh, Tato is such a gamer. I love it. MBL going to go to the back. He's going to find that undefended feudal age economy of Jordan 23. But meanwhile, in the middle of the map, Doubt
And
is
look at
still
Tato.
laying
He's
waste to AM's base.
I thought he was going to run away with all the Paladin, go to the left side, and then cut through with the Onagers.
Well, he's going
boy.
to cut through with onagers anyway.
And there's a couple of conks. No, don't attack the house. You're going to give away that you're there.
Well, don't think it
Oh.
matters at this point. He's going through anyway. Jordan walling in his villas here. The Paladins are in the back. That's annoying, but the Paladins are also going to be in over here too.
Like,
and,
oh, you're walling. How cute is that? I'll just destroy some other trees and go around.
Yeah, he can always go around. I guess Nikov's done a good job here, though, because the conks are pretty inaccurate, so he's still managed to get this walled up unbelievably. But I guess he can go here.
Cut some more forest, right?
He can
He'll
cut for
find a
days.
way in. And here, Leary makes another castle to replace the ones he's lost, but it's 6 castles to 3. The Trebs are starting to come out. They're pushing towards the main base of AM.
Yeah, but the Paladin numbers...
There's a lot of Paladins, but Doubt's also got a lot of plumed archers.
Yeah, that's true. Plumes
Okay,
aren't
the
the best,
Trebs are
though,
going down. That's
against
not ideal.
Paladins. I'm waiting for Tato to get in here, but
Well,
Nikov's
look at
just
him. He's
walling
already
it
next
like
to the
crazy.
markets, right? So the conks can shoot the trade carts as they run past.
That's true. Straight
Yeah.
over the top.
Really, Tato needs to send... Okay, he's sending some Paladin back now. That's good.
Yeah, the raiding from the Paladins has been pretty good, actually. But still, on the front, that means that MBL is in the back of Secret's base and not at the front. MBL isn't there to support Leary. Leary's kind of getting pushed, but at the same time, he's also now got the hill advantage to work with as well. So that does sort of go
But
toward
now Doubt's
AM's
just going to
favour.
mass a million rams and then push in. Oh, deleting the walls. Why?
Why, though?
Okay.
Paladins are
Fair
coming
enough.
over.
Yep. I understand.
They're going to clean that up. They are going to...
Right, but there's not a lot of units that need cleaning up. There's like 4 conquistadors and 1 onager.
Yeah, that's
And you
true.
send all of these paladins over here.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The Paladins in the back have caused quite a lot of havoc, and they've distracted Tato a lot. Tato is no longer at the front, but the ram push
Oh boy, that's a lot of
is
rams.
insane.
And
Like,
remember, all of MBL's paladin are up on the top side, off to the left, trying to defend.
right,
Tato's
they're
push.
just everywhere except here, which is exactly where they need to be right now to deal with Doubt's push that's coming in. If you can get up this hill and take out this castle, it would be great, but it's also going to be really hard because he's got a long distance to travel, and a lot of these plumed archers are kind of blocking the way as
I
well.
feel like this is the moment when you switch to Arbalest with the obsidian arrows.
Oh, that would be cool, wouldn't it?
It'd be memey as hell.
I would love that. Oh, in other news, the Castle Age is coming in for Jordan.
Oh boy. This makes
And
me excited.
Nikov is still in feudal, by the way, still slinging. Nowhere near to going up to castle. He's
Well,
actually at 92 fills.
We
slinging
say he's
everything
nowhere
out.
near going up, but like as soon as he stops slinging, he'll have 800 food in like half a minute.
Oh, well, that's true. But
Right.
what I mean is, like, he's not even clicked up yet. He
Right,
doesn't
yeah.
show any intention of clicking up at
Which
the moment.
I honestly think is a mistake.
I think he might click up once he sees Jordan going up, to be honest.
Right, but then, you know, you're instantly 2 minutes behind, and then by the time Jordan hits Imp, you're not even clicking Imp yes, right?
Yeah. Oh, man. All these extra gold piles as well. They're so nice for Secret. Just have that control. It's really difficult for Leary to get out of his base here. He wants to get this gold on the front as well, or, well, MBL does. But he's just losing villagers there, trying to grab that. And honestly, this is kind of awkward
Right,
for AM because they just
sacrificing
have
all those
no
villagers.
map control. Still no map control.
Is Tato raiding in the bottom corner?
No.
It looks like he could, though, because it's totally open.
Oh, it is, yeah. And you know, Secret actually have, even though it's only a stone wall, and we
There's
saw
some
earlier,
walls here and
at
there,
least
right?
they have some kind of a wall. So, you know, they have to make AM work for it a little bit more, don't they?
For sure.
That's some mad sling from AM. And, whoa, finally a trebuchet. You know,
It's
he could have actually killed this castle a long time ago with
Well,
a
he
treb.
had the trebs, remember?
Oh,
NBL,
onagers as well. If you can
NBL
get
just
that
came in
onager
and
shot,
killed them all.
that would be huge.
Go!
Can you get the onager?
Or even shoot the trebs.
Anything. Yeah,
Okay,
there
you
we
got a couple
go.
there.
And it looks like that castle will go down. The trebs here will go down as well. Well played by Doubt.
But Doubt loses his treb just before the
Oh,
castle
no
dies.
way. It's on 500 health. Jeez. I love the onagers at the back, though. That's super cool. Just getting in there and doing extra damage. And this one's getting away with quite a lot.
Considering how close it is to that castle.
Oh, and Tato's in.
Oh,
And that's the castle right in front of the markets. Oh,
and the
that's
walls
brilliant.
As well.
Tato,
Oh,
you
that is-
madman. That is fantastic.
I saw him researching ballistics in Braced. I'm like, why is he doing that? Is he switching into skirms?
That
He's
is
doing it for the castle.
fantastic. No trade for AM. Sit down.
Oh, boy.
Look at that. Look at the eco now. Villages and trade carts. Wow, look at that.
The
That's
villages are
insane.
so high.
Yeah.
And oh boy, they're calling it. That
GG.
castle on the trade line is the killer blow, I think.
Absolutely. Jordan as well there, going up to Castle Age, adding some new TCs. I do wonder what his game plan was going to be. I think probably switching into elephants would have been the late game play, but Tato won the game right there with that castle. That is fantastic. And it's such a nice little like little area to wall. It's such an easy wall. The castle in the middle. Brilliant stuff. Well played by Team Secret. They did a really good job there. Doubt putting on the trousers, showing Leary how it's done. This is how you play Mayans, and pushing him right back through the middle of the map. And I guess, you know, they did a good job to stall him here and buy themselves time. But that's really all they were doing. Meanwhile, Nikov, still in the feudal age, never really showed any promise of getting up to Castle and Imperial and doing damage in the game. Game was over by that point. And it would have been maybe better if Nikov could have got some elephants out in the front here to help tank, to help push Doubt back. But all in all, well played by Team Secret. A good game, nearly an hour long. And good to see Jordan as well on the winning side. No Viper equals win. maybe. Thank you for the support as well. Smarthy, thank you for the resub. PogChamp, so long, Smarth Love. 9 months in a row, but 14 subscriptions total. And Ham, wee woo. The content cops are here. You're under arrest for great content. AoE Zach. Thanks, Ham.
Are you saying that I don't get a great content? Where's my emote?
I don't know.
What
He
the
only
hell?
put an AoE Zach in there, man. Unfair.
I feel like discriminated against.
Can we get some Robo Love, please?
Yeah. Come on, bro.
Righto. So, Atoll. It's 2-1. It's match point.
It is.
And Secret have the edge now.
Gonna get straight into it.
We'll get straight into it. Atoll, though, it's a map that Secret have played very well. It is a water map, and it's kind of a known fact that Aftermath aren't the biggest fans of water. Maybe not the best water team. And I think AM could probably struggle here. You know, I think it's not going to be so straightforward for them. We'll see, though, what civs they go for in game number 4. Obviously, previous games we've seen a full commitment to water, and it looks like the same could be the case here. You know, like it looks like they're going for that full water approach.
Well, it definitely looks like it. They've all got the same civs. You know, the expected ones, Japanese, Malay, from the civ pool as the water civ, and then Italians joining them on this map.
Yeah, it looks like this time around we've got Jordan again playing in the north. He's also in the yellow. Italians for him. In the pocket, it's Tato. He's playing in the red as the Malay. And then to the south, in the purple, it's Doubt playing as the Japanese.
Okay, and then for the other side, for AM, we've got Leary on the flank as the Malay. Pocket-wise, we have Nikov as the Japanese, and then in the north, MBL, Grey Italians.
So that's really good for AM, actually. They probably want to have the Japanese in the pocket.
The Japanese fish room is just amazing. It's what
Exactly.
you want.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
got to get that fish boom going. And this map, if you do wall up these shallows so that your opponents can't go through the middle, you can actually make a really long rush distance to the pocket, and then they can really safely fish boom. You have a lot of time to react to anything that might slip by. So getting those walls up here are going to be really important.
Right. Especially
These ones
if you have
one.
a look at MBL's island, like on the other side towards the edge of the map, it is so narrow.
Here?
No, on the other side, like between his island and the edge of the map.
Yeah.
Like, if he has his docks somewhere along there, you can't get past that to attack the pocket.
Right.
Unless you completely kill all of his military.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way he'll let you
wedge
run past
everything
there.
in there and force the fight. So I think for MBL, he's got a pretty good map for protecting the pocket here. That's good. On the south side, Leary is a bit more open at the back, but he could very easily wall the middle up and prevent anything coming through from Doubt. The pocket here is going to be Tato as the melee. So
which is not ideal.
He can fish boom. He can go up faster and get gill nets a little bit faster, perhaps. Who knows? And certainly will have a villager advantage from that faster up time.
Like, it's not the worst. Well, actually, no, to be honest, I think out of these three civs, I think melee is the worst pocket civ.
Yeah. Italians get cheaper dock tags and cheaper up cost. So for them, it's not so bad. But the melee on the flank is good because you've got the speed. You get to shift the balance into your favor very quickly.
And especially if you go for like the pocket slinging route, where they just fish boom and sling, melee, they get to Imperial Age so damn quickly. That's what you want to be seeing. Whereas if your melee is the guy who's doing the slinging, well, he can't get to him really quickly because he's, boosting up his two friends, basically.
Yeah. And over here, we're going to have the Japanese versus the melee on the south. So Leary should have the speed advantage over Doubt. Not only that, but they've actually built their docks very close together.
Ooh.
So the rush distance is also going to be really short.
For sure.
That, to me, is the biggest concern
That's
here.
definitely a problem.
Like, that's probably the shortest rush distance in the game. And you've got Jordan here and MBL. They're a bit further apart.
They're both kind of like towards, like, MBL's is definitely an aggressive dock. He wants to be aggressive. And Jordan is just sort of like half in the middle. Like, I don't want to be right on the front, but I don't want to be on the back either.
No, exactly.
Sort of just sit in the middle and see what happens.
And they're both Italians. So as far as like the, civs are concerned, they're even in that respect. So it's really going to be the best man wins here.
And it looks like Jordan's killed Nikov's scout somewhere on the map.
Oh, he has. He's got a kill. Let's see if we can find his... There it is. Wow.
It ran into the TC, I guess?
Yep. Looks like it. Nikov ran straight into the
feels
TC.
Bad, man. Nikov.
It does. It does. Scouts are very active on this map, but they... it's good. What I'm trying to say is the scouts being active is good, right? Like this, for example.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
But at the same time,
Just kill it. Oh.
There's always the risk. Wow. I couldn't have timed that better.
So good. Yeah, right.
But
perfect.
There's always the risk that you're going to run into the TC and end up wrecking yourself. But that's great for MBL. That kind of makes up for the lost scout, I suppose, from Nikov.
Yeah.
And that means that MBL should have a significant edge over Jordan at the top of the map. In the south, Doubt on the way up to Feudal, and he's actually going to only be 23 seconds behind Leary.
Right, and he's only one less villager. So
that's not bad.
Pretty good position. Did maybe he just skip Loom?
He did not even skip Loom. That's quite impressive for Doubt then.
Yeah.
And I think Doubt, I'm assuming he's scouted the dock. Yeah, he sees it. He knows he's got to be really quick. And so that's what he's done.
And remember,
he's
the nice
adapted.
thing is
He's overcome.
The Japanese fishing ships with double the HP, the extra armor, they're pretty tanky, right? They're not going to die to just a single fire galley.
No.
Right, so he's got a little bit
That's
of time.
True. He does have a bit of time.
Right,
yeah.
he doesn't have to be, the exact same time.
Well,
But, within 30 seconds, like he is.
Look at Doubt's confidence. He's confident enough to go for a 5th fishing ship as well. That's
so
fantastic. Fire galley coming out here. Same for Leary, but the timing is really not that great for Leary in comparison.
No, that's true.
Also, being annoying at the back of the map, it's Leary. MBL. He's still raiding vills. Oh no!
Oh,
he's gonna find another villager.
Oh, and he made the wall and it blocks out the villagers. And Jordan has his scouts sitting under his TC at the moment.
Yeah, but he's only on 6 health,
wow.
so I think he took some arrow fire, perhaps.
Looks like it.
Oh boy, that is pretty unfortunate. NBL getting a lot of damage done with his scouts in this series. But look, Tato being annoying across the middle of the map, walling it up for the late game. So don't worry, Jordan, it's fine. Late game will have an advantage. And it looks like Doubt blocking himself with his own fishing ships there.
Maybe he shouldn't have made that the 5th fishing ship.
maybe that didn't pay off in the end, but he will get it back to repair. But he's blocking himself on his own fish. This is not good for Doubt. Bringing over the demo raft should be able to kill off both of those now. Hit right there,
that was
perfect.
Good. And even a little bit of splash damage on the extra one.
Now he can send the other ones out. And you know what? He's not lost a single fishing ship here. That's good for Doubt.
Yeah, he must be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, very happy. Against the Malay, stellar. Tato gets a quick kill. And NBL's scout shenanigans are over. It's done.
Okay. So the big difference I'm seeing at the moment between the two pockets, Tato's got 13 fish, Nikov's got 17.
Wow, that's a significant advantage for Nikov and their Japanese fish.
Yep.
So Nikov here ahead in the fish boom. That should give AM the advantage here on paper.
When he starts slinging, he's going to sling so much more. Well, I assume he's slinging. He's going to sling so much more food compared to...
So what we should expect to see is either Leary or NBL getting up to the Imperial Age, or Castle Age, sorry, much faster here.
Right. And I would assume it'd be Leary because Malay bonus, it just makes sense.
Yes, right. You sling the Malay clicks up really quickly, they get up even faster, and before you know it, you've got fire ships and war galleys
starting to come out.
Absolutely dominating on the water. So Doubt and Leary trading off quite
fairly evenly.
Yeah, it's like 6-5 right now.
Yep.
But it looks like Nikov is paying the tribute to Leary, and he's even sending some to NBL. He's actually sharing the love, and NBL should have a fast castle time as well here.
Honestly, I think that's not ideal. I feel like you sling one or the other first, and then you sling the second one afterwards.
Right.
Right, because you want one of them to win water, guaranteed, instead of both of them maybe win. Right? That just makes sense to me.
And it looks like Doubt is going to be the recipient of the sling over on the secret side.
Right, yeah,
In fact,
he's ready to click up right now.
Doubt will click up first, and then Leary will click up after.
But he is Malay, though. So actually,
yeah,
that does kind of make a little bit of sense to sling the Italian guy first. Because it's cheaper to go up, and the Malay guy can catch up afterwards. Especially because you know that you're not against the enemy Malay.
Uh-oh. And Doubt forgot to build his second building.
Oh, no, Doubt.
So his time is going to be a lot slower than it should have been. And now Leary will click up, and he's going to beat Doubt to the Castle Age.
He should be like at least a minute faster, I think.
If Doubt had clicked up as soon as he had the resources, I think he actually would have been about the same time.
Doubt should have clicked up about a minute ago.
Yeah, right.
Basically.
He's still clicked up before Leary. I don't know what Leary's doing. Oh, no!
He did the same thing.
Leary forgot his market as well. So I guess in the end, we're all even anyway. Leary will still be up about a little bit faster than Doubt, but doesn't matter.
Feels bad, man.
Oh, goodness me. Both players making critical mistakes here. Maybe it's the pressure. But, wow, Doubt still has 4 fish going. 34 fish for Nikov. What
How many? Look at all these docks just surrounding his island.
Shame there's no Vikings to make the docks cheaper, but he's like, whatever. Food for days. That's insane. And I thought Tato would do the bigger fish boom, to be honest, but nope. Tato only on 29 fish.
Almost 30 fish himself.
Oh, but I like that. Sneaky forward dock from Tato, right outside of the docks of Nikov. Could get a fire ship or some galleys in there.
No, but Nikov scouted that.
Oh, for sure, he's seen it.
Right, the Malay team bonus is their docks have more line of sight, I think.
Yes, and he's already making fire galleys in preparation. Got to protect those fish at all costs. So, wow. In the south of the map, the Castle Age is in for Leary, and
also
he's doing war galley now.
NBL's doing the same on the north side, and he's pushing into Jordan.
Oh, he is, yeah.
And Jordan is a lot slower up to castle.
Jordan could buy time, though. If he does retreat back, he does have himself some time. Doubt pushing forward, pushing forward, pushing forward. He knows that Leary is in the Castle Age. He wants to do damage perhaps before the War Galley upgrade comes in, but as soon as it does come in, he needs to go back a little bit. Just to enough for his own War Galley upgrade to complete, but he's stuck in now with a big fight.
Oh,
and
yeah,
this is bad for Doubt.
And the War Galley upgrade coming in.
You're too slow.
Right.
Now you should have retreated 10 seconds ago.
And then on the other side, we quickly take a look at MBL pushing into Jordan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that wood line could get ranged. But maybe more interested in chasing down Jordan's War Galleys here. Looks like AM have the edge right now.
I feel like, because Viper is such a good water player, like he
Ooh.
normally picks that as a home map when he can in tournaments. So maybe Secret without Viper just feels that a little bit more than normal, right?
Yeah.
They're just a little unlucky, maybe? I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Okay, but Tato's gone up to Castle Age well before Nikov has. Trying to do that forward aggression, and that's just being cut off and denied instantly.
I think that's interesting, though, as well. You know, Nikov not in the Castle Age? What? He's got 45 fish.
Well,
How does he not have the
MBL?
food?
He's halfway to imp already.
Yeah, he's sending it all here. And I think MBL in the Imperial Age, what do you think? Condottiero?
Galleons and fast fire ships and just continue water, I think.
Okay. I thought maybe he'd go for a landing and make some condos, but if he wins water decisively, then that's good. However, Jordan, good job. Catches out the War Galleys over here. And Tato's going to intercept them as well with a fire ship. So pretty good stuff for Jordan there. Not bad at all, considering MBL's received so much more sling. But MBL's still holding back for now. And waiting. And, the fires are out for Tato. He wants to cull the fishing ship numbers of Nikov here.
Right, but look at Nikov. He's got more fishing ships than he does villagers.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's insane.
Well, he only has one TC, but he's got like 8 docks.
He's got a million docks.
You know, that explains a lot. Jordan now pushing in. He's going to see what Jordan does here.
I'm doing pretty well, and then, you know, MBL's going to hit Imp,
Bam,
and he's just going to go, oh shit.
Well, he'll probably back up again and then think about getting some more sling. Problem is, he's so
he's got
far
nothing.
from Imp.
He's got nothing.
He sees Imperial Age for MBL, Galleon, Bracer, and Jordan's
he has
pressing
to just
on.
Try to race in there, kill as many as he can
Just
before
do what
the
I
upgrades.
can before it's too late.
But he's not going to catch up.
Look at these fishing ships running away, though. Look at this. Tato doing a good job now, starting to kill off some fish. Jordan chasing, but this is just going to be a horrible Jordan sandwich.
Yeah, as soon
he's
as
going to have
Galleon,
boats coming in from the back, and this Galleon army is going to turn around and fight as well. And BL doesn't want to go past here because then Jordan could slip by. So he's going to turn and fight now, knowing that Galleon's about to come in, and then he can sandwich the army behind if he needs to as well.
And at the moment, he still had Bracer, so he was able to take some shots.
And he's got
while out
careening,
of range.
and now he's got everything. So
and now Nick goes up the Castle Age.
GG Jordan. There comes the Galleons from the back.
Just
Jordan's running away, and
they're not going anywhere.
You're overcommitted there, Jordan. Sorry.
Well, he sort of had to try, but then now that he hasn't worked out, he's completely lost.
Abandoned ship.
Right.
Quite literally. Okay, Leary on the south side, winning against Doubt here as well by the looks of things, but
not too bad.
He's
ahead for sure, but he's not dominating.
No, it's like 15-9. So Doubt could still pull this back a little bit. He's lacking Bodkin arrows, so that probably doesn't help. Getting that now and sending the fires in as well. There's a demo ship there though. Good damage from the demo.
Yeah, that was a good demo.
And Doubt continuing to add fires and try and mix them together.
Alright, so Nikov has lost a lot of fishing ships, but so has
Whoa,
Tato.
He's down to 29.
Tato's only down to 18 as well. There's something in there raiding his economy.
There's something in the water. It's probably it was not this time. There's nothing there
okay, it's been
anymore.
cleaned up
He's
now,
cleaned
but
it
he's
up.
lost, a similar number of fishing ships as Nikov has.
Yeah, that's true. And there you go. Middle of the map, Jordan making his move. This is aided by Tato's annoyance here with the walling and such. It seems like Aftermath aren't that bothered about the middle of the map until now. It's like everyone's just sort of realized, oh yeah, this map has more than just the edge. There is actually a middle to the map. There's a lot of resources out there.
Well, there's stone and gold and things. Look at that. TC's next to each other. How
wow,
nice is that?
But that's good for Jordan, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's very good for Jordan.
Assuming he notices, he should just garrison immediately and get some free kills. But Leary up to Imp. Jordan is nowhere near going Imp.
No, he is not. But Team Secret have all of the middle. All of it. It's all theirs.
At this point, though, the pressure is on Tato. Tato needs to win the middle with his Imperial Age.
That's true.
Or somehow regain water control. But I don't think that's possible with MBL roaming around with galleons everywhere.
And that would be Malay versus
Italians on
Italians,
water, which
yeah.
is not ideal.
Also, MVP for Team Secret, Tato, this game has played phenomenally well. He's everywhere. He's been raiding with fire ships.
After slinging a ton.
After slinging, he forward docked and he's made fire ships here. He took out Nikov's fishing ships sort of single-handedly.
He's instantly replaced his back up to almost 50.
Wow, that's nuts.
He had so many docks. It's just like, oh, you killed 20
Just
of
do
my
another
fish.
couple of rounds.
Yeah, no worries.
And, wow, Leary's going deep now, though. Tato does have fast fires. He can chase these war galleys down, but not before losing some fish. But then Tato in the middle, he's also there with some presence as well. But no
Leary's
military for Team
Arbalest.
Secret at all. There's no military for them. They're all in the middle, but they're completely undefended.
Right, and we say they're in the middle, but if they don't do something to contain the water, MBL is going to just destroy their economies at home, right?
Yeah, that's true. Well, they are. He is already doing that. He's already cutting off.
Jordan from the middle.
Yeah.
So whatever villages are stuck on that island,
He's been raiding here, killing stuff here. He's here in this little choke point, killing villas here now as well. Tato just making sure they can't escape, essentially. There is no escape.
I think that was a good wall, though.
That was good.
Dropping those gates. It's worth it to lose a couple of vills.
Kills them all.
It's pretty good.
Very, very good.
The problem's going to be once Leary starts to
More
push
raiding.
in the middle.
More raiding. Raiding everywhere. Tato is so good.
Oh, but
Oh, and
MBL
here comes the condos.
condos and bombard cannons.
MBL coming in
I assume
now.
he's going to drop a castle somewhere like in that area in front of his base, and then
Leary landing with Arbalest now into Doubt's economy as well. And, you know, I can imagine the team chat now for Team Secret. Middle is missing. They don't have anything here. No military.
it's somewhere. Oh, guys, there's Arbalest in my base.
Oh, guys, there's
bombard cannons and
Condottiero.
stuff.
They're building a castle next to my TC. What do I do? Well, who's making land army? Not me.
I'm
I
still
thought you
castle
were.
age. I'm
Yeah.
still castle age too. I'm making fast fire ships. I can't go in the middle.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is right now. And MBL. is
I
gonna
thought
take down
Viper
this-
was doing it.
Viper's not here. Leary landing down, doing damage on the land here. He's doing.
Doubt's immediate reaction. There's forward archery ranges. Build a university now.
Get a siege workshop and a uni. Let's make defensive guard towers. That's the play. Yeah, that castle there is going to be a pain in the butt. And well, these guys are going to lose so much now. They like I said, just don't have any defense. All they've got is going to be 4 guard towers to defend against bombard towers and Condottiero and Arbalest.
Yeah, the bombard cannons are just going to slowly push through and clear everything up,
Yeah.
while MBL's still sort of roaming around the outside a little bit with galleons.
You name it.
And Nikov still has 50 fishing ships.
GG called. That's it.
GG.
Team Secret tapping out. AM.
Tie it up 2-all. The deciding game coming up soon.
Oh, yes. That's good. Wow. AM equalizing here, and I really thought Team Secret would have this game not necessarily in the bag, but I thought they'd have an advantage in this one. They are strong water players, and AM are sort of renowned for not being this water... well, they're not really well known for being water players at all, and they haven't always had the best performances on water maps, but they're showing that they can do it, and they played that game very well. Now, in the north, Jordan and MBL really very close, but the key difference here was Nikov's sling. He slung MBL to the Imperial Age, and meanwhile, Jordan wasn't receiving much at all, if anything, from Tato at that point. And so when MBL reaches Imperial, Jordan doesn't even have the resources to click up, and then MBL wins de facto there with his superior navy. Perhaps Jordan made a mistake going so deep here, but either way, it was doomed to lose that engagement. Then on the south side, similar story, Leary getting ahead against Doubt, and really it was just Tato left in the end with the whole world against him. He had to deal with Leary on the water, he had to deal with MBL on the water, and then of course deal with Leary and MBL pushing into the middle of the map with their Imperial Age armies, Condottiero from MBL and Arbalest from Leary, while Team Secret had no defense at all bar these 4 or 5 guard towers which they rushed up to just try and do something, but it was too late for them. At that point the game was won, and AM sail home to a victory. It's 2-2. The grand finals just got that little bit hotter. We turned up the oven by another 10 degrees because we're going in to game number 5, and that will be the final deciding game. Both of these teams clean sweeped their semi-final matches 3-0, and now we've got a final and it's 2-2, so it's pretty close at this
It's
point.
like a complete reversal, or maybe it's just the two best teams
Exactly.
are in the
Makes
grand
sense.
final.
It makes
That's exactly what you
sense.
want to see.
Alrighty. Don't burn that pineapple plus doner kebab plus prawn pizza. Someone remembers my stream from...
I don't.
Well,
I have no idea what
story
this is.
time before we start the last game. When I was streaming on Zero Empire's channel, I thought it would be a good idea to let the chat vote on my pizza toppings.
Oh.
And they put doner kebab and prawn on the top of one.
And pineapple.
And sweet corn and pineapple.
Okay.
And
how did that taste?
It was disgusting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't really like
Funny
that
that.
one. I can't recommend that pizza. Anyway.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, I thought, ultimate community engagement. I also accidentally leaked my address during that because I put on the screen me choosing the toppings and I pressed next and it pre-filled my address so everyone knew where I lived. But hey, I've moved house now, so it's fine.
No worries.
Game 5, Riverbed, coming up.
Coming up right now.
Launch it. I know, right? That was rough. Hey, that's how you do community interaction, right? And the prawns were so shriveled up and horrible. I mean, I don't mind prawns, but not pizza prawns. You don't get prawns from a pizza place. That's how you get some horrible disease. Anyway, welcome everyone to Riverbed. This is the final game in the best of 5 grand final between Team Secret and Aftermath for the Southeast Asia 3v3 Escape Champions League stage. That is so much of a mouthful. I'm kind of glad in a way that I don't have to say that again now, as this is the final match.
I can always just cancel the game and we can start again.
No, don't do that.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, fine.
WTF, why no Viper, asks the chat. Jordan is playing in the yellow, not the Viper, because Viper was away from home and Jordan was subbing in. It worked out very well.
In the first game that he subbed in for.
On Hillfort, they did it. They
did well.
Did very well. Second game didn't work so well.
Not so ideal, but we'll see how this one goes.
But hey, you can't pin that on Jordan. I don't think he played badly himself. I think it was just the strategy in general that didn't work out so well for
The entire
Team
team
Secret.
just didn't really work, I think, was the main problem.
Precisely. So up to the north of the map in the yellow, purple, and in the red, it is Team Secret. We've got Chinese for Tato. Starting here with the extra villagers, starting with the great fish Marlin under the TC. Every time I read this, great fish Marlin, I think like Merlin the Wizard. The great fish Merlin. He'll magically fill your coffers with food.
Wishes.
Yeah, that's what Secret need right now. And obviously, with all that food under the TC and the faster gathering rate from deep sea fish that these villagers have, the Chinese basically have no idle time on the TC, and they can maintain that villager lead.
1.5 2-vil lead, which is really incredibly good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
We've got Doubt, Hunt in the pocket, and we've got, as we've said already, Vietnamese for Jordan on the flank. Then on the south side for Aftermath, we've got Khmer for Nikov. We have MBL playing as the Huns, and of course in the put green, it's Leary playing as the Chinese.
Okay, so here we're seeing the reversal of the Siths from Bog Island. We had Khmer versus Vietnamese for Secret, and then AM respectively. Now it's the other way around. And interestingly, both teams have decided on Huns as their non-Civ pool Civ.
Right.
And that's interesting. Like, obviously the Huns are powerful. No houses, solid eco, good cavalry, good cav archers.
Maybe they're thinking to raid with scouts.
Could be, but I'm thinking more for late game, right?
Mm.
Assuming you get past the stage where like everybody's in imp and everyone's got like good economies and trade and stuff.
Yeah.
Vietnamese and Khmer are both going to be making elephants. Do you really want Paladin as part of your army composition at that point?
Maybe it's a raid.
Yeah, maybe.
But I mean, they're both gone for it, so it's going to be even either way, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. But I'm just thinking, like, is that really the best choice that they both could have made?
Well, what else could they go for? Japanese and Italians have already been taken,
Well,
so good halbs are gone.
Slavs have good halbs.
Condottiero are gone.
Slavs have
Not
good halbs.
Condottiero, I mean Genoese crossbow.
Yeah.
Um,
Like Slavs?
Slavs, yeah.
Incas? Kamioks?
Actually, that's a good point. I think Slavs would have been very strong.
Even something like Malians, with their really good heavy
scout
camels?
rush as well if they wanted to.
Right,
That's really
I
what
feel
you
like
chose the
there's
Huns for.
a lot of other options.
Mm.
Like, because the Huns are basically cavalry. Like, so you've got knights or you've got cav archers, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like having something like Slavs might be incredibly good. You've got
And
good halbs.
they're lacking the siege as well.
Right.
Right,
Slavs,
like-
they're a siege civ. They can still do cavalry. Like,
Yeah.
their cavaliers are fully upgraded. They can't do paladin, obviously, but for early imp, cavaliers are fine.
So what we're saying is that essentially the Huns maybe not the best pick, but
Well, they've both thought that it's a good pick. So
yeah, but we're
they're
just spitballing
probably
here.
right, and we're not. But
Why is Doubt gone? 20 out of 200 pop. It's because he's the Huns. The
Huns don't need
houses,
man.
Come on.
they're nomads. They just hide in the TC. All the Phils live in the TC, apparently.
Yeah, something like that. Interestingly, the Hun player is not even up to the feudal age yet. He's still adding villagers. And meanwhile, the Hun player on the other side, Doubt, he's up on 19 vills. He wants a very fast aggression,
That's
clearly.
pretty fast.
Meanwhile, the teams are walling across the front and making sure to not leave any ponds in the walls so that they, well, I mean, what is this walling? Can someone explain this walling to me, Aftermath?
Like, why can't you go to that forest?
Right here. That would do the trick, but not this and
Maybe.
then this and then
If
still
we
be
don't
open.
say anything, maybe we can get some sneaky demos that'll make me very happy.
Maybe. I mean, you
Every map that's like this, I say, come on, I want to see the sneaky demos.
look
And
at this wall
God,
here.
that is a huge wall.
Nikov's like, yep, we're going
Okay.
to the edge of the map.
I have a
You're not stopping
I have
me.
a sneaky suspicion that Nikov might be slinging.
You think?
Yeah,
As the Khmer?
yeah.
Slinging? Really?
Considering these huge walls, I think it's quite likely, honestly.
I'm thinking that this is likely to go backfire.
But NBL scouted it. Damn
okay.
it. I was really looking forward to a sneaky demo.
I was hoping so too.
And now they're like double walling. Leary's walling behind that wall.
My goodness. the scouts can still
Extra
get in
safe.
on the right side, though, over here. And Secret a lot more open, actually. Galley's coming out for Tato. He's walling forward. Do we see any water for the other players? I'm not sure. Doesn't look like...
It's only Leary and Tato that have made any fish.
Yeah, we've got actually a galley coming out for Leary, as well as a stable there for MBL. The stable for Doubt is already up, and it's... Wow. He went all the way forward, and he's gone to the wrong side.
Feels bad, man. That's just a...
That's unlucky.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
like,
he's
if he'd have gone to
they
the
won't-
other side...
They won't expect the sneaky scout rush from the side. And then Nikov's just like, nah, not happening, mate. I got my walls.
Already. I mean, it's quite a big wall, but he'd very easily be able to get back to repair this.
Right, well, especially those vills that are on that mill, they're so close anywhere
For
that they need to
sure.
go.
And Doubt is just now in the wrong place, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Tato's coming forward, though, so if he does get there with the galleys, he could come here, for example, or come around the side and just sort of pick away at it.
Did they really not scout any of this happening? Because like it's 12 minutes into the game, and it looks like Doubt's only just realised that there's a huge wall.
Yeah, I think so, too. I don't think any of them have a clue. No, none of them have any idea. I guess they just didn't think that he would wall that mad,
Right.
you know, like
Okay,
that crazy.
The galleys they can prevent...
Oh, he's going to get a villager kill. No, he's not. Yes, he is.
Oh, the
No, he's not.
juking.
Good,
Well done,
good
Nikov.
play, Nikov. That was good.
But he needs to come down to the other side, because you don't want to break the wall right next to the TC.
No. You
Right,
want to
so
go
you
further down.
Come down here and deny the wall over there.
The stone wall, though, it's going up, and it's like Tato's just not fast enough to deal with it. Jeez.
Oh, the galleys can't go all the way down there. I'm an idiot. Because there's not enough water.
Oh, they can't go across here, actually.
I don't think... Maybe?
They can go onto this terrain, but I don't think they
I
can
don't
cross
think they
here.
can get past that bit right at the end.
We'll see. Oh, you don't think they can get past here?
I can get past that bit, but I think where the grey comes right near the wall, I don't think they can get down that pass.
Here?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Like you can see there's some green patches.
I'm pretty sure he can go here, though. But it's too late now anyway. They're still going to break down this palisade. And Nikov's just going to re-wall in front of his TC. It's like, come at me, bro. What are you going to do?
Yeah, no worries. And then here's Leary coming. Oh, no, they can go down
They're
there.
buying so much time.
How did they
Leary's
get
in
in?
over this side. Must have gone through the gate, right?
I guess so.
That's so good for Leary. He's going to catch those galleys out. He's going to find a villager as well. Things looking good for AM.
Oh, no.
NBL's in the back.
Oh.
2 dead villagers. Guaranteed. Worth it.
2 vills for a scout. That's pretty good. Good trade. Good trade.
Oh, they're in. But
A
there's
little
more
bit.
walls.
More walls.
Very well played by Nikov here to keep these guys out
The
and stall
scouts
them.
can go break the palisade wall, but there's just more walls coming.
And if only they'd gone to the other side. This would be a
Right.
different story
But
altogether.
even this side, Leary's like almost fully walled.
Leary here, deep within enemy territory, supported by MBL. Jordan, what is Jordan doing?
Jordan is slinging, I assume.
Looks
He's
like-
got a market.
Yeah. Oh, the scouts are back in again. Looks like we're going to see another dead
but the
villager
spears
here.
are there, though.
Yes, but another dead villager. That's 29 vills for Doubt now. Tato's on 27, by the way. Oh
Tato's
no!
lost a few. And
What the hell? Was that a
I
demo
think
ship?
that was a demo.
How is Leary getting in?
I,
Oh no!
there's a hole somewhere.
Tato just lost like 4 villagers right there.
And another one to the galleys.
Oh no! But where is?
There has to be a
Was
hole.
there a hole there? Because he's sort of.
Oh,
he's got
yeah, that villager's only just come in.
No way!
Oh, no.
That's so bad. That's so bad. And
Oh,
meanwhile,
boy.
they've done no damage to Nikov, really. He's lost a single unit.
yeah.
That's it.
Lost one
think
villager.
that's probably
A lot
his-
of time spent walling, but
It's worth it.
yeah.
At least he's not dead. Am I right? Leary
True.
going up to the castle edge. He's moving out to the right side for a TC. Doubt finally getting. Sorry, MBL finally getting pushed away.
But that means Jordan's making scouts. That means he's not slinging.
Yeah, that does mean there's no sling here.
Or at least maybe he started slinging and then he had to
Oh,
switch
you're
into
kidding me.
scouts.
MBL's going up to the castle age as well. Nikov is
Oh.
definitely slinging here, but he is slinging Doubt. Doubt should be clicking up now.
Yeah, it's just clicked up as well.
Okay. Slinging the Huns here, and they're going to look for another way through. Now, the potential to do damage is definitely there. Tato has the largest military of the game. He's got boats. If they can go in, that would be great. But look at Leary here. Immediately coming to the defense. And the scouts have to be very careful because they will get one shot by those galleys at this point.
Yep, there are so many galleys there. Even if you just run around the back with the scouts, maybe? Just like sort of avoid the galleys might be a thing.
Anything at this point would be good. But AM just
Yeah.
holding on very well.
Two players
defending
in
very
castle
well.
to one very soon. Erie's obviously going to get War Galley and
Yes.
Bracer
And then double stable knights.
from MBL.
Ca-
Pretty powerful.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, can Secret hold on here once the Castle Age comes in? This could be quite a quick game at this rate because Doubt alone, what will he be able to do? He's got 2 stables.
Both on the wrong
He's
side of the map.
still on the wrong side against stone walls here. This is just going to be really hard to push into this.
Well, they instantly have to run away now. They don't want to lose what units they have.
Run away, run away. The horde of Leary is approaching. War Galley with +2. Done. And he's pushing out. Like, Secret just kind of coming down to the south, trying to stay out the way. Leary doesn't find them. He's just barreling straight down the middle of the map. He will, of course, be against stone walls here. So this time won't be able to get through as
But he
easily.
just makes 1 or 2 demos and he can bust his way in.
Yeah, you say that. He could do that, but I don't think he will do that. I don't think he'll be thinking to do that.
Is that a trade card?
It is a trade card. There is a trade
Why
card.
does Leary have a trade card?
Misclick. It happens. But he may as well use it. Trade for 5 gold with MBL's market.
No, come on. Go to Nikov's market,
No,
please.
go to MBL's market. It's more memey. No, where are you
Good
going?
man. Okay.
Okay, he is going.
11
gold for
Much
Nikov's
better.
market.
Much
Okay,
better.
Whatever.
Is this like the trade cog rush from VNA versus Secret?
Well, whatever it is, it's working for AM at the moment. 11 gold per trip. Leary going to make bank
Oh,
right
boy.
there. It's free gold, free real estate.
Only 9 trips and he makes a profit.
Oof, not bad. Maybe he'll actually finish this by the end of the game. Tato going to get cornered here. Too bad. No castle
Rip.
edge for him. Leary sniffed it out like a attack dog in a airport. he's going to find those galleys, take them all out,
And then
just
what's Doubt
that's
going to
it.
do? Fight the war galleys with his knights? I guess it's not horrible.
It's not great, you know. He's got to go
It's
back.
not great. It's not horrible. Okay, the siege is coming in, but you're attacking the slinger. Like, that doesn't really do anything to, like, slow down the meaningful players on their team.
Maybe not.
Unless you can, like, defeat him or, like, kill 20 bills, it doesn't really matter.
It's almost like they've committed to this side, so they're just going to keep going here. Doubt's throwing a lot of knights into the fire.
And the thing is, like, you know, Leary makes 1 or 2 demos and just cleans up all the knights.
Well, that could be on the cards.
Yeah.
Now it's on the cards. Like, at this stage... Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. And... Oh. Well.
1 knight, not good.
Okay. But still, fighting against boats with knights, it's a terrible trade.
I think it's the best trade you can get out of land units versus water units.
It is, but it's still terrible.
It's definitely not ideal.
Like, the gold cost alone is so different, and the galleys are still stronger.
Oh, only 1 again.
Damn. Well, now he's aware of the problem. And
okay, they're doing a bit of damage to Nikov. They're pushing in hard.
oh, they're actually through. This is really good. They're actually through.
The Rams should attack the TC, not the house.
Under the TC now. This is good. But Leary's closing in from behind
Ooh,
with the
2
demo
more
ships.
demos.
Oh, I'm so
And the
hyped
Bill
for these
bashing down the
demos.
Rams because there's not enough knights nearby.
Here we go. Demos coming in. What can he find this time? Not a lot.
He got 2 there.
This one will be good. 3, 4, 2.
2.
Ah,
2 in the Ram.
damn it. But it's still good, right? It's still, like, from a gold perspective, a reasonable trade.
For sure. And the thing is, like, I think the one benefit to this is that you've only got 1 player attacking at this point. Doubt is all in attacking, and what's
All on
Tato
his
doing
own.
at home?
Tato's starting to boom up a bit, I guess.
1 TC.
Doubt
2, 3.
3 TCs, yeah. And Doubt is also adding another TC out here, so he's not just all in on 1 TC with the sling. Jordan, still feudal, of course. A lot of eco back here.
It's not stonewalled, though.
No, it's very easy for that to get raided if MBL went there with knights, for example. But at the moment, MBL is helping out over here just to clean up Doubt. And maybe they think it's like a double sling or something onto Doubt. So they're just going to make sure that they're well defended here before they push out.
Well, I feel like that's the only threat to them at the moment. It makes sense to clean up this area, secure this, like, left bottom corner of the map, and then they can expand that way as well and sort of have a trade line.
They would like a trade line at some point in the game,
right?
at least 13 minutes from now. But yeah, they've done good here. They've protected Nikov really well. Just look at the difference here in...
The fact Nikov has more vills than Doubt
Let's
is
bring up
worrying.
the graph. Shall we do that?
Military.
And economy. AM are in the lead in both fronts there.
I feel like once Doubt lost that critical mass of knights, he can't really do anything anymore. Right? As long as they both keep making knights and war galleys, you know, they don't need to constantly make them. As long as they make some every now and then, he's never going to have enough by himself, I think, to push in there and win a fight.
Yeah, he really needs some more water support here. Looks like Tato's added some monks in. I saw him doing Sanctity earlier.
I feel like that
Convert the
probably
boats.
more likely just for defensive purposes.
Yeah.
Right? If they come attack us while Doubt's on the front, you know, I can convert some things to keep us alive.
Yeah, that's true. And at the moment, Doubt's just backing up. He's like, yeah, there's no point in me staying here. That means the knights are going to roll out. NBL can tear down these buildings and Secret are reset, essentially.
I'm just thinking, like, imagine if Doubt had been on the top side.
Just look at the eco, though. It's not that bad. It's only about 16 villager difference at this point. And 1 trade.
Right. Yeah, and the 1 trade.
I wonder if it's paid itself back yet.
No,
Probably not.
yet.
But the point is, right, like, it's economically not too bad. And AM
thing is,
won't
like,
have an easy time doing damage to Secret.
The player with the most villages is MBL, who is sort of like your power player. Doubt's up to Imp with the least villages in the game. So he's fully reliant on Jordan slinging.
Yes,
to be
and
able
if
to
Jordan
afford
gets
anything.
breached or anything, then it's done anyway.
You know, if what normally
Demo
happens,
ships.
right? At some point, Jordan has to stop slinging.
Demo ships. Leary's going in.
2 to break the gate.
1, and you've got another one. He didn't send it to the gate, though, actually.
Oh, okay. It
He's
seems
going
the
back.
demos aren't very good against stone walls.
Never mind.
Never mind, yeah.
Oh, Doubt's finally gone to the right
Im-
side.
Imagine if Doubt had started on this side, like up on the north instead
Would
of
have
the
been a
south,
different game,
and
wouldn't
then look
it?
at where like Leary's expansion is up in the north. He could just roll through there with Rams, And, you know, oh, you've got some war galleys. Well, you know, they're 20 tiles away at the bottom of this riverbed.
Right.
I don't care. I'm just going to destroy all this stuff that's up here.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, at this point, Doubt. Oh, there was a fight here in the south. I think MBL was just. I thought Doubt was just going to back away from that.
Right. I don't understand.
I don't know why he took that fight. That makes no sense, because MBL is way ahead in military count.
The problem, though, for Secret is all three of AM are clicking up. Nikov to Castle Age and MBL and Leary to Imp. Whereas we've only got Doubt up to Imp at this point.
And he just threw away a lot of his knights.
Right.
Which is a massive disappointment.
Tato's starting to switch into knights as well. But ideally in the late game, you want the Chinese player making Chukonus. Right? As like army composition, you've got paladins and Chukonus. That seems pretty powerful.
Yeah.
But if he's forced to invest into camels and knights now, just to like keep them alive, that just slows his imp time even more.
Yeah, that's true.
Him taking into Chukonus, which he wants to do.
Tato really needs imp. But at this point, Doubt, he's going to make his play on the right side. He's going to try and defend on the left. The boats of Lyri haven't really been able to do much at all.
I feel like it's still useful. Like they're just sort of denying like some of the forward golds, the forward stones, and preventing any sort of forward aggression coming into their base.
That's true. Well, it gives them the map control in the middle.
Right. So like if Secret wants to switch from one side to the other, AM has a good chance of seeing something, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So here we go on the right side. Doubt's pushing in. And Cavalier popping right as he comes in here. That's just bad news for Lyri. Like, there's no defense here at all. All of MBL's knights are out on the left side here. And
well, I think he's just going to say, well, sorry, Lyri, you're on your own. I'm just going to push.
Exactly.
Right.
It's going to be a bit of a base race, essentially, right? Like,
and MBL's got, you know, nearly 60 military. Doubt's got nearly 30.
The monks, though, going for the Convertorinos.
Right, he's going to convert knights, and then he's going to get
and
Cavalier.
Then the Cavalier's going to commit that. That's so bad, actually. Tato, he's already converted a few. He's going to camels as well. He'll get as much value out of those monks as possible, but then all of the knights get cleaned up as Cavalier comes in. Right. It's just bad timing all round.
So bad.
Meanwhile, Doubt is raiding hard over here. Lyri, yeah, he can make a couple of camels. He can garrison inside here. And it's like, okay, Lyri, you're going to have to just sacrifice yourself a little bit because I'm going in.
I'm just going to murder Tato here.
Well, you say that, but Tato does have a castle here. He's got lots of TCs. He's got camels as well.
Just idling, you know, 50 of your villages.
Yeah, well, Lyri's also getting idled on the right side.
But there's only 20. He's only idling 15 villas at the moment. Right? Tato's idling 30-ish, and he's always under pressure. Because these Cavaliers can kill a TC pretty damn quickly.
Yeah, they can. These Cavaliers can also do damage, but it's not on the same scale at the moment.
It doesn't have as much military pushing in.
We're also going to see Doubt at the moment just sort of maybe keeping some army back. And whoa, where are those Cavalier going?
Jordan.
Well, Jordan's on the other side, but look at this exposed eco back here. There's so many villagers that they could kill. Tato's doing a good job, though.
Up on the hill, right? That's where you want to expand your economy into, and
this is so good for Tato, though. He is going imp, and he will have a lot of camels out.
Top grade heavy camel, that's fair, but there's still Cavaliers running all over the place.
Yeah, these Cavalier in the back are completely uncontested at the moment.
Jordan.
And Jordan's running back, and oh gosh, so many dead vills. It's almost like he doesn't have loom, but at this point, like, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, it's Imperial Age army attacking villages.
Tato.
Unlike Nikov, he's not Castle Age, so he can't afford to replace villages. He can't afford to lose 15, 20 villages to raiding like this.
He's taking the fight as well with camels here. Not heavy camels.
I think as soon as you see him hit Imperial Age, if he tries to take a fight before heavy camel, you take it.
Yeah, I think so too. And there you go. MBL going for the TC. He's like, come at me. Dare you, man. I dare you.
And heavy camel is such a slow upgrade. It takes like a minute and a half, I think.
Oh yeah, it's really slow.
So MBL knows he's got a little bit of time to deal damage.
So many dead vills instantly. Oh goodness me! Look at the KD of MBL. This is huge. Every villager there just getting
honestly, I
murdered.
wish he went and killed Jordan's TC.
Oh, look at this. MBL at the north as well. Well, yeah, true, because Jordan is still going to sling Tato and sling Doubt. Doubt on the right side, by the way, is up against Lyri's heavy camel now. So Lyri was
still Cavaliers from MBL at the same time. Okay, but heavy camel's about to kick in. There we go.
And now he's going to take the fight. Now, even if MBL loses all of this army...
He's still, A, killed a lot of Ills, and B, killed a lot of Tato's army.
Most of Tato's army.
It looks like he's going to win it. Okay, but there's more camels coming in.
He nearly won that, though. Meanwhile, on the front, he's still pushing in there. On the right side, he's got more Cavalier coming. He's raiding up here to the north as well.
Yeah, he's still raiding Tato on the left side as well. It's all over the place.
MBL is everywhere. And against the camels, it's going to be harder now. There's no Paladin upgrade.
Not yet. Oh, now there's Paladin upgrade.
Well, there it is.
As soon as you said it, it's like, done.
But Leary was much faster than Tato getting the heavy camels, and he put up a much better defense, really, considering that Tato had a much larger economy. Leary held out.
Leary also has, you know, Nikov's economy.
Oh, he was also slung a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So, well played by AM so far. And it looks like they've really got the advantage here with about 500 or 600 score lead right now.
The big problem is that they're on, you know, approaching 100 military. Secret's got 40.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just the be-all, end-all of the game at this
It's the
point.
potential to do damage as well.
Right.
That is really adding up for the Aftermath team. Leary pushing out with the camels. I mean, he's obviously safe at home now, and they're going to find Doubt's Cavalier. Maybe Leary will turn around and fight that, or maybe he'll just run across the middle of the map and find something else. Who knows? Where's he going?
We'll come help out against the other camels, right?
Where's he going? I love how this game really just takes place on the north and the south, like on the side.
Yeah, and then
no
in the
one
middle,
really wants to do much in the middle, yeah.
Well, there is still golden stone in there, so like AM could just move in there with villagers at some point, just to start taking it.
Finally, we've got some halbs coming out for Team Secret.
You don't want to be making halbs.
No, but
in a
they
team
need
game.
to, and both of them now are. Tato and Doubt both going for halbs here.
By the way, can I just point out the nice symmetry in the table at the end of Leary's name? He's got one trade cart, one castle, and one relic.
Oh, lovely.
And the rest of his team
and
has
one
0.
fish.
Right? It's so nice.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Leary is just laughing at us twice. But yeah, Leary here in the south, building a castle there to try and defend Nikov, who's sort of expanded out to the left.
Right.
Worth noting as well, by the way, Nikov is in the castle age, so he also has 115 villagers against the 77 of Jordan.
Right, and that wall that they're building up there, that's going to secure them a bit of a trade line.
Oh, yeah.
Once he walls off to the edge of the map, Leary can do the same on the north side, and then they've got most of the trade line secured.
Fighting here, and Tato is outnumbered and out-teched. Leary has +4 attack, Tato has +1.
Ooh.
Up here, the defense on Jordan's economy, it's halberdier or bust. And, well, MBL doesn't really want to take that fight.
Right, but we see Leary, he's getting Bracer. He's going to switch into Chuko News pretty soon. And... yeah, Chuko News kill halves pretty damn well. Yeah,
Chuko News are really good here in general anyway, because they kill everything. They kill paladins, they kill heavy camels, they kill halberdier. But you know, the Chinese, great for the slow push. If they do bombard towers, they can just sort of fortify every time they gain some ground.
Yeah, for sure.
And MBL, he's taking all the extra resources out here as well. You know, look at the trade. There's still no trade, because they've got so much gold on the map, and they've got so much map control. They're probably thinking, well, we might want to start getting trades soon, but at the same time, we've got such a big advantage and so much gold left over, we're not in any real hurry to do it.
That's true. Like they'll start thinking about it and say, we're okay for another couple of minutes. Right, we'll keep pushing hard. We'll get this Chukanu switch going first, and then we can consider
if we need it.
And honestly, Nikov could just get 100 trade cards and just sling everybody else gold.
Could do.
Right.
Right.
100 bills, 100 trade cards, and just full sling.
Well, the full sling is definitely something we've seen before. And whoa, hello. MBL actually losing his TC here. It's not all a walk in the park for MBL. He's done a really good job of being a little bit, everywhere all at once.
Okay, they're pushing back those stables, but there's a lot of halbs and a lot of camels on the other side that Tato's starting to push back a little bit. At this point, Secret need to do as much damage as they can before Leary masses enough Chukonus. Really.
Yeah, and Leary is really adding the castles now as well. He's got 3 castles up already. He's got a 4th one on the way. And Doubt is just doing Paladin. Look at the difference in timing on that Paladin upgrade. Obviously,
MBL
Paladin
did it 10+ minutes ago.
Yeah, Doubt absolutely needs Paladin now because the Chuko Nu will end his Halberdier.
Because remember, Huns, they don't get the last armor upgrade. Only 2 pierce armor against Chuko Nus is just... Ugh.
Yeah.
They're going to take so much damage.
What's that? 10 damage for the first arrow, and then 3 damage for every arrow after that.
Yeah, something like that.
So that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But they are outnumbered, so they've got to be careful, and they all want to fall back toward the castle.
Once he masses enough Chuko Nus, right? Once he gets to 20, 30 Chuko Nus on each side in a big ball, they can start to push forwards and make some trebs, make
Rocketry
some
coming in as well. I do actually love how he's going to be. How the game is split over 2 sides. You've got both sides fighting,
well,
but it's MBL and Leary on both sides. And then on this north side you've got Doubt, and on this south side you've only got Tato. So MBL and Leary, they're kind of covering each other's strengths and weaknesses a little bit.
There's sort of pros and cons to it. Like the benefit is you only need to invest in one unit type. So Chuko Nus or Paladins, you make them on both sides. And then the other side is you have to spend more on micro time, right?
Yeah.
If he says, "Oh shit," you're losing all your Chuko Nus on the north side, you go over there to fix that, and then you take an onager shot to the face, and you lose.
On the other side,
right?
Yeah.
So you got to spend more time microing your army on both sides, but you spend less resources upgrading your army.
Less resources upgrading it?
Right, well,
because you're only doing one unit type rather than doing a bit of everything like Tato's doing.
Tato's done camels and halves, Chuko Nus.
Yeah, exactly.
And Doubt needs some sort of ranged unit to back him up at some point. He can't make Paladins and halves forever.
No, in fact, he's being pushed back pretty hard now.
Right, okay, Jordan's in Castle Age. This is not really consequential to the game at all, but good on you, Jordan.
Well, I mean, he's 82 villas against Nikov's 164, so he's exactly half the villager population of Nikov.
So he's slinging half the amount of resources.
Slinging half the res in theory. Obviously, Nikov might be keeping some to himself as well, but yeah, things are not looking great here. These Chuko Nu are absolutely turning things around now.
That's a forward castle from Leary.
Leary has actually put a lot of castles up this game. That's castle number 7.
That could be a tricky castle to get up. Doubt looks like he's pushing this back.
Timing is not looking good there for Leary, and he's just lost all the Chuko Nu because they were out in front.
Right, where are those villagers going?
They're walling perfectly.
Leary.
And that's the advantage of having a variety of units. You can kill the villagers over the walls.
Right, exactly. Your help's
nice.
Oh no, I can't do anything.
Very nice. I don't understand the hate for Jordan. I mean, he's slinging, right? What is he expected to do? Just rise up and take the game all of a sudden?
Right, just go imp with 80 villagers and start making elephants. Obviously.
Yeah, just do that.
Yeah.
No problem.
No worries.
Don't consider stopping slinging because that's a terrible idea.
And oh no, Tato's even making skirmishes against Paladin. And oh no, Nikov's up to imp.
Yeah,
and he's also started trade as well. They're setting up their trade line. They've got markets in the corners.
Secret have only just started building their
starting
markets.
to think about it, basically.
Yeah. The whole team is behind as a whole here. And
he's pushing back a little bit in the north, but he doesn't have any siege to actually take any ground.
No.
He could force back the army,
and
then
he
he's
could research arson and break the castle down with halberdiers. And he's actually doing that now, kind of.
But also, I think Doubt's run out of gold since he's making light cav.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah. Gold is now a real problem. And I think maybe Team Secret had the same idea earlier on, we really need to actually, push hard now and get some ground and get some gold. But then they've ended up not being able to do enough. And
okay. Tato's doing Imp Skirm. That's pretty good against Chuko Nus.
Very good against Chuko Nus, but not against Paladins.
Not particularly good against Paladin.
Still, though, doing a mix of Chuko Nu and Paladin could be quite good. Sorry, I mean Chuko Nu and Elite Skirm. Imperial Skirm. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
we've been casting for a long time. Oh, there's a raid. There are a couple of
light cab. They killed 2 trade carts. And those war galleys, they just sort of roam around killing things.
Oh boy. Doubt's being pushed back.
And those
again.
builds
The
are still
castle
walled
stayed
in, and they're still
alive.
repairing it.
Wow, good job. That's what having no ranged units does for you.
All right. And these trebs, they're just slowly picking away at Tato's buildings. Tato's only got one castle, so we can't really mass Jukonus at this point. And like that one paladin is like destroying all the imp skirms.
Yeah. That one paladin. It's pretty got like 20 kills to its name. But, oh boy, it doesn't look like Secret have got much on either side anymore. Tato's been broken now. And
they're both sort of stuck making trash.
He's got 30 military against at least 40 over here. Maybe more. And and MBL's turned up on this side as well now as well. Lyri's turned up on this side as well. And there it is. Doubt is calling the GG. Wow. He knows he cannot run into this any longer. Fully upgraded Elite Chukonu. Paladins flooding in. And what are his halbs really going to do now? He's run out of gold. He can't make paladins anymore. Tato is in the same boat. He just cannot afford gold units. And you're up against Chukonu and paladins. It's over. It's GG. And Aftermath take the win in Game 5. Amazing stuff for them. Really good news for Aftermath. And admittedly, you know, Secret playing without Viper does change the dynamic a little bit. It does make it perhaps, you know, that they're in different roles than they're used to. And overall, it could have just tipped the balance enough for AM here to really dominate in these games. MBL played really well that game. He was really, really strong. He was everywhere with his Cavalier, raiding, doing a lot of damage. And in the end, a 3-2 victory for AM is great news for them in terms of the standings. We're updating the standings right now, so we'll have those for you in just a few moments. But before we show you the final standings at the end of the 3v3 stage, do remember to give us a follow here. We are streaming 4 days a week. We're streaming show matches in Age of Empires 2 every Friday. Yesterday, we streamed MBL versus Dugao. It was an exclusive show match here on Escape, and it was sponsored for $150. Next Friday, we're going to be having Slam against an opponent which I cannot name at this point. So that's every Friday. Every Sunday, we'll be doing the Age of Empires 3 Sunday Smackdown, where we host show matches in Age of Empires 3 between the top players with fun settings. And Saturdays, of course, are dedicated to the ECL. And on Mondays, we do a little bit of everything. We do community games with the viewers. We do board gaming as well. So if you want to tune in and catch any of that, then definitely leave us a follow and keep an eye out for our notifications to say that we're going live in your email. It's not SmackDown, damn it, but it might as well be. Well, it's SmackDown to me. So we're just waiting for Robo to finish updating the standings here, and we'll switch that out so you can see the final standings after the 3v3 stage. And, you know, we're kind of drawing toward the end of the tournament now. We're getting toward the later stages, and it's still all to play for. We've got America and Europe West. We've got 2 stages remaining. America's will be 2v2 and 4v4, and then Europe West will be 1v1 and 3v3. So there's 4 events left, and by the end of it, there will be a first and second place. And the second place is currently, that's the wrong one, is currently in the grasp of Aftermath with 33 points. But my God, is it close. Aftermath with 33, Frantic with 32, SY and Suomi tied on 30. There's literally 3 points between second and fourth.
Well, technically fifth, but they're equal fourth. It's, yeah.
That's insane. And at this point, Secret are uncatchable.
Basically.
I think it's not realistically possible. In theory, they could not finish first.
Right. They could definitely drop to second.
If they lost every game.
But I doubt they would not make it at all.
Yeah. There's no chance that Secret don't qualify now, realistically. In theory, you know, mathematically, they're not qualified yet.
No, but
second place, that is where it is all to play for.
It's all heating up. Everyone's doing their best, trying to get in there.
Yeah.
Next up, We've got 2v2s and 4v4s.
That's good for Suomi.
Yep, all team game events. Well, honestly, it's probably good for all the teams because like these 4 teams, they all have such good players, right? Like the combinations between the players is going to work so well. Like AM, you've got Leary and MBL.
Yeah.
Suomi, you obviously got like Max and Zupi or something like that. Frantic, Tim and Vivi. I don't think they've played together. SY, you've still got Yo and Love Cheng, I think.
I'm not sure.
Like they've still got options.
There's options.
Right.
So it's crazy, really. We've got 4 teams fighting for that second spot. It could be AM, could be either of the Chinese teams, it could be Suomi. It's still all to play for. Things are really heating up, and honestly, I didn't expect it to be this close.
No.
Especially with how Suomi and AM started. They started quite badly, but now it's really
like
even.
Yeah, the last 3 or 4 events, AM and Suomi have jumped up so far relative to everyone else. And SY
haven't got any points.
I think they got 1 point. No, they didn't get any points in the 1v1s. I don't think they've got any points for the last 3 or 4 events.
They've just started to slowly lose their grasp.
They were
second.
clearly second for a long time, and now they just haven't got anything recently.
Yeah, that's a sorry story for SY, but AM and Suomi are very happy with this. And of course, AM now in second place, only 1 point between them and Frantic. We'll be continuing with with the Americas stage. It's going to be Americas 2v2 next, and that will be in 2 weeks. That will be the Saturday the 13th.
No,
I believe.
the week after that.
Sorry, Saturday the 20th of April. We'll put it on our calendar. We'll keep you updated on social media. So if you want to know when we'll be streaming them, follow us on social media. You can also join our Discord server, which is now linked in the chat. And you'll be able to click that link, join our Discord server, and we'll be able to keep you updated with everything over there. As I say, don't forget to follow us, and we'll let you know when we go live. And we've got a lot more exciting stuff to come on this channel.